morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to my channel. Happy holidays. It is Christmas. Look at me. I got my little backdrop down here. Normally I'm sitting a lot lower, but you know what, y'all? It's been a hectic Christmas. It's been a hectic holiday. Welcome to my channel. I don't know how many people are gonna be here. Hello, Sarah. It's been a hectic. It's Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. We're gonna talk about J-Hope today. We're gonna talk about Suga. Um, I was gonna do my Mary or hello, Kenley and Sarah. I am okay. I am. It's been a long week. I'm gonna watch some Christmas stuff because I've never watched any Christmas stuff. I'm Little Army. I have not watched BTS stuff, and so this is what we're going to do. But we're gonna talk about J-Hope. We're gonna talk about Billboard Korea. We're gonna start Billboard Korea. Once again, Korea. 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 What is wrong with y'all? If you have not heard, Billboard Korea, which Billboard Music, we know about Billboard Music, it's in the United States company, but they have like different divisions. They have like Billboard UK, Billboard Japan. So Billboard Korea, located in South Korea, they posted this fan edit. Uh, yeah, Army Forever. They posted this cute little video that was actually made by somebody else on their YouTube channel. So on Billboard Korea on their YouTube, they posted this cute fan made video about Jungkook singing, saying, how the neighbors would feel if Jungkook was your neighbor. And so it was like the Weverse video. Jungkook did Weverse earlier this week where he was singing and interacting with fans because he had some kind of break from the military. So they posted this really funny video of Jungkook singing and the other BTS members were supposed to be his neighbors and they're reacting. This video, like I said, was originally posted by a fan. And so Billboard took that video, it's a short, I should say, and reposted it, but then edited Suga out. So they reposted a fan video. And the original fan who posted the video, they had Suga in the edit. So they reposted a fan-made video and they edited Suga out on Billboard Korea on their YouTube. As you know, as you can imagine, I'm like trying to enjoy my Christmas. So Christmas Eve, I'm like, oh, it's Christmas Eve. All of a sudden, my phone go off, and I'm like, oh man, why can't we just have a peaceful Christmas? Why can't we have a peaceful Christmas? I'm like, what? I was like, not this again. Y'all remember the Melon Awards where they did a tribute to BTS and they edited out. Oh my God! Wait a minute, hold on. And they edited out Sugar. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. I apologize for this thirst trap video. But they edited out, Sugar on the Melon Awards. So now Billboard Korea, I'm like, what happened on Billboard Korea, which is a division of like the Billboard Music Awards? They on Christmas Eve yesterday, they posted this short YouTube short about Jungkook singing on Weverse. Okay, it was a cute little short that actually a fan had made, and that Billboard Korea had asked the fan, was it okay to use their short to post it on there? And of course, the fan said okay. It was a video about like, what if Jungkook was your neighbor? So it was a Weverse of Jungkook singing. It was funny, and then they edited. They were supposed to have the reaction from all of the members. Like it was a cute little shortcut, but they edited Suga out. And out of the fan. And so the person who originally did the video commented, it was like, did y'all just edit Suga out my video? And then here come Army. Army was on it. I was like, my God, it's Christmas Eve. Can I just have a peaceful Christmas Eve? No, you can't have a peaceful Christmas Eve, Army. No, you can't rest. And so Billboard Korea has taken the video down. I did a YouTube short. If you look on my channel about this, but Billboard has since taken the video down. because they got too much heat. Because people was like, "What are you doing?" Like again, and we experienced this with the Melon Awards like 2 weeks ago, and then now this again. I can't even experience Christmas. I can't even enjoy my Christmas because it's just sad. This is sad that they continue to do this. So on my other live stream, we had a discussion of like, what is it going to be like when Suga comes out the military? He's been very quiet. There's been rumors going around in various YouTube channels and Reddits and stuff that he's been doing music. But we had this discussion our last live stream. We wonder what it's going to be like when Suga really comes back. That is he going to come back like Jin and J-Hope did? Because you know, Jin and J-Hope, they came and they stood out in front of the cameras and they interacted with fans and they did a Weverse live and J-Hope's been posting things and pictures and J-Hope's been to LA and Jin's been doing the Lord's work and doing Run Jin. So we all are wondering, what is it going to be like when Suga comes out of the military? Is he just going to go run and hide? Because I don't like that Suga has just pretty much ran and hid. Like Jungkook did a Weverse. I watched that whole Weverse in the translation. If you don't know about it, Jungkook, yes, was on Weverse. And Weverse is a website. Again, I didn't even know even exists and is a thing. I guess where fans can connect, BTS Army can connect, and where they sell like merchandise on Weverse. I have to download Weverse. I'm gonna get to it, y'all. In January, I'm gonna get to downloading Weverse. But so Jungkook has done a Weverse because he's on leave and he got permission and everybody he got like 20 million views. Like Jungkook, just breathe and he can get 20 million views on Weverse. Um, you know, V released something when Tanny died, when his dog died, and then V came out with, you know, two songs, Winter Ahead and White Christmas. So but and then RM has been pretty quiet, but RM had his documentary come out, you know, his album came out, his documentary came out, right place, what right wrong place, right people. I forgot, I keep forgetting the name of it. I'm sorry, RM. Forgive me, please, 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 please. Um he came out with that, but then Sugar has had, because of the whole scooter thing that happened in August, which I've done multiple videos on, explaining my opinions about Sugargate. Uh, I finally got a BTS light stick. Kinley, I did too. I'm gonna do an unboxing, and I think I have two light sticks coming. One person bought me one, and somebody else bought me one, but they didn't know that each other bought me one. So I don't know. Some people are saying that there are light sticks on Amazon that are fake ones that are not the official ones. I don't know which ones are official or not. I'm gonna do an unboxing video because I have all of my Christmas stuff in a bag, in a Christmas stuff ready for me to unbox, and I have not even opened it yet. So because I'm gonna do a video about it and post it. So y'all get ready for that. I'm gonna try to unbox it and post it. And then make sure y'all look at my shorts. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to my channel. I spent 2 days doing a K-pop scandal video. My K-pop scandal video comes out on the 27th. So y'all get ready for it. So 27th, what, Friday? Friday evening, my video debuts, and I spent 2 days editing and writing and voiceovering this video and getting pictures and video because I'm gonna do the biggest K-pop scandals of 2024. I can unbox it live. I thought about unboxing it live. I really did thought about unboxing it live. I don't know. I might still unbox it. I might get up here in a minute and go over here and get the bag and unbox it live. So we'll see. But you know, we'll see what happens. What was I gonna say? Besides the sugar crap, I am gonna watch BTS Christmas videos, but we're gonna talk about J-Hope and Jin. Have y'all seen the Weverse live with J-Hope and Jin? It's translated now in English if you speak English, because you know it was in Korean. I have not watched the whole thing. I watched half of it, but they did like a Christmas live stream like a couple of days ago. It was J-Hope and Jin, and I think it lasted about 45 minutes. So make sure y'all check it out. Like I said, I've just watched half. I haven't watched the whole thing. Also, J-Hope and Jin did a Run BTS special like episode, and it was cool to see them together, and it ended kind of like on a cliffhanger. So of course they're probably going to make another episode or two together, and I'm so excited to see Jin and J-Hope together. I'm excited. So make sure y'all go check it out on Bangtan TV. That's the YouTube channel. You can watch it on YouTube. Um, Also, J Hope did an interview with Weverse magazine. Didn't even know that even existed. I didn't know that was a thing. But apparently, Weverse has like their online magazine where they interview certain people. And then J Hope did a really good introspective, deep interview, y'all. My boy did a real deep interview. Um, and he was talking about his musical direction, the things he talking about his time in the military. He talked about when he got out of the military, he talking about going to LA. He talked about the BTS reunion. So if you have not read the article for the Weverse magazine with J Hope, please do, because it was very heartwarming to to read about J Hope's process, about, you know, he is working on another album, so it's pretty much been confirmed. And then also that BTS won't be doing a comeback until 2026. Like once they get out of the military in June, there I a lot of us always thought they're going to need time, you know, to get back to life and get acclimated and then start working on music. So expect the BTS comeback in 2026, y'all. So which again, that wasn't too shocking because I'm like, they're going to need time. They're going to have 6 months to get it together. Like that's not enough time. So 2026, we're looking at a BTS reunion and possible tour and new music and all that type of stuff. But J Hope's interview was very, very cool. You know, there's a channel I push all the time called Hybe, Hybeboy. He is a YouTuber and he does half of the channel in Korean and then half of it in English. And he breaks down like videos and interviews and anything that's in Korean that involves K-pop, especially Hybe, because I think Hybe Boy is a rapper. Like we've never seen Hybe Boy's face because when he does these videos, you never see him. We don't know Hybe Boy's real name. Apparently, there's rumors going around that he works for Hybe or that he was a trainee or something like that. I don't know what Hybe Boy really does, but he has a lot of inside information and he breaks down a lot of articles in Korean. And like Hybe Boy is Korean, and he's rapped before. Like he's done videos where he's rapped, and he sounds kind of familiar. Like I don't know. It's a mystery about who Hybe Boy really is. But Hybe Boy is one of the best BTS K-pop channels on the internet. I found it by accident. YouTube recommended it. So Hybe Boy, if you really want to know about like court cases and stuff, he'll read stuff and translate stuff. And he's one of the best kept secrets on YouTube. That he is a big BTS fan. He is Army. So um if you don't mind it being a little slanted towards BTS, you know, if you guys don't mind, but he tries to be objectionable. And like I said, his channel is a wealth of information. I was able to break down the KG Vicha affidavit because he broke it down and then he puts it on the screen. And so like with J Hope's interview, he put it on the screen and you can read the interview in English and then he reads it to you. So Hybe Boy, y'all please give his channel some love. Uh, and subscribe to his channel because I'm a subscriber. So I always try to get big up to people channel. So that's all the news is going around and BTS. I think that's all the rumors so far. Um, uh, yeah. So I think that's all to it. So Uh, and then also I have to say, you know, about scandals for 2024 in K-pop. I didn't name all the scandals in my video on Friday, so I didn't go over everything. I know this year's been pretty a lot of scandals. Like the video would have been like 40 minutes long if I would have named every little thing. I tried to do like the big ones, like the juiciest ones, because I know there was some of them that I should have added Jesse to it. But here's, I mean, you know, there's other ones that I may come back and do a second video because there's some scandals I would have added to. And then there's some scandals I didn't really know about until like after I was researching. Then found it. So, you know, there's some scandals I really didn't know about. But make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. My channel is this channel is new. Like I tell people, this is my second YouTube channel. I've been BTS Army since June or July of this year. So I am very, very new to be thrown into the fire with Sugar Gate and all this other stuff. Sugar is my bias. So you know, you're not gonna get too much, me being objectionable about sugar. And I will do an unboxing, but I don't know if I'm gonna do a short. Hello, Darasini. How are you? Happy holidays. How are you? So I don't know. So we'll see. If you guys just showing up and just missing, make sure you thumbs up the video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more BT. I got this 2025, everybody, is gonna be our year. 2025, I have so many things planned for 2025. I will be going to see Stray Kids in June. So uh stay tuned for that. I will be posting concert videos when I go see Stray Kids in June. We do promise. I'm going to Korea, so whenever I go to South Korea, I will post videos of me going to South Korea and any kind of trips I take. Um, I usually do a K-pop live stream on the weekends, but I don't know this weekend if I'm going to be able to do it, to be honest with y'all, because it's just so much business. So lucky. Oh, I'm so lucky to go to K-pop. I've been to many K-pop concerts. Um, let's see. The first concert I went to was TXT in San Antonio. And that's TXT is what introduced me to K-pop. 2 years ago, I went to a TXT concert and it changed my life. Like my sister-in-law drugged me. She's probably watching this video right now. She watches my videos. She drugged me to a K-pop concert. Like she offered to pay. She was like, okay, I'll pay. I'll pay for dinner. I'll pay for drinks. And I said, you know what? Why not? I did not like K-pop. She was she's a huge 80s BTS fan. All these years she's been loving BTS and I'm just been sitting here like this. I would say to her, who watches this crap? Like this music is awful. K-pop is horrible. Like I would say this, I would be like, who likes this music? I was like, this is like for little bitty kids. Like this music is so stupid. And then like she was like, please go to this concert. She's like, TXT is coming, and I really want to see them because she likes TXT. So I was like, she's like, I don't want to go by myself, and nobody else. She didn't have nobody to go with her. She's like, come on, girl, you're my sister-in-law. You got to go with me. You got to represent. I was like, okay, you better be glad you family. I'll go see the stupid TXT boy band. I had never even heard of TXT. I was like, who? She's like, BTS little brothers. I was like, are they really their little brothers? Like, I was so confused. But I went to the concert. In that concert, everybody was friendly. They was giving out free bracelets and stuff. And I was like, okay, this is a whole mood. There's 10,000 screaming girls. TXT fans skew a little younger. So they're probably like in their teens, teens, early 20s. There's TXT fans skew younger because they're younger. And I had the time of my life. I had the absolute, I sat in a stadium with 10,000 screaming girls, and I never heard a TXT song in my life. And it started off and there was a video, and then the video was, I'm a creative, artsy, historical person. So TXT at that time 2 years ago was going through like their Prince era. So they had this screen and this video pop up, and I was like, oh, what's this? And they were dressed as princes, and it was like a storyline. And I was like, hold up, you didn't tell me there was a storyline. Hold up. She's like, girl, yes, they have eras and they have storylines. I didn't know nothing about this. I was like, wait a minute. So they put this video up right at TXT, and then they're princes and they go to another realm, and I'm just sitting there like this, riveted. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to another realm. What's going to happen now? Oh, they dark now. They dark. If you tell it, again, I am a storyteller. I like to write. Y'all, if you look at my community tab, I write fan fiction. I write art. I'm an award-winning artist. I do art. I am a creative person. If you tell a good story, you will get me hooked every time. I am hooked by a good story. So when TXT came out with the videos and they were dressed, and I like good costuming. I'm a sci-fi girl, fantasy sci-fi girl. So they're dressed as princes and they're going to the dark realm. And I was just sitting there like this. Like, they're going to the dark realm, girl. What's going to happen? My sister-in-law looked at me and she said she could see that I was like, this is so cool. I've never been to a concert. I'm used to going to rap concerts. I'm a hip-hop girl. I'm a hip-hop girl from the hood, right? So I'm used to going to rap concerts where guys come out, they're like, hey, yo, make some noise. I'm like, make some noise. You're like, oh, like, that's it. You go to a rap concert, they like make some noise, and then they just come out, and then the music hit, and they like, yeah, yeah, like that. I go to hip hop concerts. I don't go to pop concerts. So when he TXT came out, and they had like a whole production. I was like, I don't know if this is theater. I love theater. I'm a theater kid. I'm like, this is theater. This is music. This is RRB. I didn't know what to think. I was like, is this how K-pop concerts go? Where they have like whole storylines and video montages? My sister-in-law like, yeah, this is how they go. I'm like, so I was hooked on the theater of it alone. And then they came out and sing, and they danced and sing, and TXT was so good and so polished and professional. I've been to a New Kids on the Block concerts when I was younger. You know, I like New Kids on the Block, y'all. But it was nothing like a K-pop concert. Boy bands in America is nothing like K-pop boy bands. TXT came to song. By the time they got to, what is it? What is that one song they do? Tinnitus? By the time they got to Tinnitus, oh. And then it was like, can you see me? I was like, can you see me? I was, your girl was dancing. Your girl was standing up clapping and dancing, and my sister-in-law looking at me like this. She like, girl, what? Because normally I'm very, if you know me in person, I'm very reserved. I'm actually an introvert. You say, girl. Normally I'm an introvert. So to go to this concert, I'm telling you, by the time they got to "Can't You See Me," I was like, okay, and it was like, I'm a lover, I'm a loser, like I was like, I was like, this is music is amazing. So I went home and downloaded everything TXT, and I'm like, Moa. I was like, I'm a Moa. And like they were giving out free merchandise and stuff. So I had like posters and pictures that my daughter stole from me. She don't even like K-pop, but anytime I bring home something free, my daughter want to take it. Go figure. So then I went on my K-pop journey. So after that TXT concert, this old lady went on a K-pop journey. I started going through the first generation and the second generation and the third generation and listening to music and watching videos and subscribing to channels. And so TXT was my gateway into K-pop. All because my sister-in-law took me to one concert 2 years ago that I didn't want to go to. She said, I knew BTS too, but did not listen to it and found BTS weird. Now I'm Army and don't hate me, okay? I thought BTS was weird too. I'll tell y'all the other story. My road to BTS is so twisty and windy and up and down, and it's so crazy because again, my kids were home during the pandemic in 2020, right? So my kids were being, I was homeschooling my kids. And so I was homeschooling my kids, and you know how like we would use YouTube videos. I don't know if y'all know, but we would use YouTube videos to like teach to back up. We will watch things on YouTube, educational YouTube videos. So my kids had done finishing their lessons, and I just walked off and let YouTube just run it because I have YouTube on my TV. So I just let it run. And so then I came back and I saw this video, and then like I walked off and I heard this song, and I'm like, and then I hear rapping in Korean. I'm in the next room. I'm like, because I'm a rap girl. So this is 2020. I hear rapping. I hear. I said, I ran in the room. I said, who is this? Who is this? I see this skinny Korean dude with blonde hair, dressed in ancient Korean, and I didn't know, and I was like, and I sat down and I sat there like this and I watched the whole video, and he was like, David Cha, and I'm like, who is this? I was like, who is this? I text my sister-in-law. I said, girl, there is some. I told my sister-in-law. I said, girl, I just seen some video with some Korean guy. I think he's Korean. I said he's either Korean or because I knew J-pop, right? Like I knew about J-pop. I was like, who is this Korean guy talking about David Cho? She said, oh, she said, girl, that's August D. I said, who is August D? A member of BTS. I said, who? BTS, they did the song with Halsey because I'm a fan. I was a fan of Halsey, right? Huge fan of Halsey. So when she did the song with BTS, I was like, wow, I'll check it out. When she did Boys with Love, and I listened to the song and I was like, no. But when when August D came out with Daegu Cha, I was mesmerized. I was like, who is this rapping like this? And she was like, oh, he's part of BTS. And I said, boys would love BTS? She's like, yeah, boys would love BTS. I'm like, I save me BTS because I've heard some songs that she's played and tried to get me to, and I was like, I was like, okay. So I went and, of course, researching. I went and looked up August D. She's like, I said, wait a minute, is August D and Suga the same person? She's like, it's the same person. I said, well, why does he have different names? And she's like, well, he's different names because he's solo. He's out. I was like, okay, girl. I was like, she's like, but his real name is Min Yoongi. I was like, okay, I'm really confused. So I looked up Sugar August D Min Yoongi. I looked him up and I watched the whole 2 hour, almost 2 hour documentary that's still on YouTube about like his life story. And I was like, mad respect. I didn't know he was a rapper. I didn't know he was a b-boyer. I didn't know that he was a writer and producer. So that's when I started liking Suga. So I kind of low key kind of followed August D, Suga, Min Yoongi. I kind of followed his career off and on throughout the years, but I still didn't like BTS. When they came out with Dynamite and Butter, I was just like, okay, what? My whole face was like this. I was like, smooth like butter. I was like, it was just wasn't my thing, y'all. It was not my thing at the time. I was not into pop music. Again, I'm a rap girl. So that's why I poo-pooed on BTS. Like I just was not like, this is not what I was into. And so I just kind of ignored them until the Min Jin thing happened this year. And then I told people like in all my live streams, the Min Jin Hybe Adore thing, and and it was really juicy, and I found it really juicy. But I didn't know anything about Min Jin Hybe Adore. I didn't know anything about any of this. All I know, I was told they were like Hybe is houses Big Hit, and that's BTS, and I was just like, okay, let me go back to the beginning because I didn't understand. I was like, there's many different companies. Where does Hybe fit in here? Like I was asking my sister-in-law questions. She was just annoyed with me. She's like, oh my God, da, da, da. She's trying to explain things. But she's like, girl, you need to go watch a video or something. So I went and researched and I was like, I'm gonna go and research on my own, you know. And so that's what I said. I'm gonna research on my own. And so I started researching Hybe and Adore and Min Jin. And I was like, well, you know, BTS just kept coming up about chart manipulation and in a cult. And I was asking my sister-in-law, are they really in a cult, girl? I heard they in a cult. And she's like, oh my God, don't be ridiculous. My sister-in-law had to deal with me going, did they really chart manipulate? She was like, what are you watching? I was like, I don't know. I heard it on these channels and telling me that BTS is chart manipulating. And she's like, girl, don't listen to that. The people are crazy. They've been accusing them of that crap for years. And I was like, I didn't know. So because I was like, well, BTS is the older brother of TXT, and I do like TXT. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go research. So I researched the whole thing, and it led me eventually, to make a long story short, to the rise of Bangtan. Blackpink was your gateway to K-pop, but I was too broke to go to any concert. Them concerts are expensive. I'm not gonna lie, especially them girl groups. Like I tried, like every K-pop concert I've been to has been boy groups, but I went to watch the rise of Bangtan, and I watched the whole thing, and then I told people that's how I fell in love with BTS. I watched the whole thing, and again, I'm a writer and I love a good story. If you can offer me a good story, I'm hooked, and I was hooked. I listened to the story. I watched all the parts of Rise of Bangtan, and if you have not seen it, please see it. And I was hooked. Enough said. I was like, oh, okay. Well, this. I said, this is the place I need to be. This is the group I need, because again, my vision of K-pop, and I might do a video on this, for a lot of people, and especially Americans, hear Sugar rap, you be breathless. Girl, I was breathless. Girl, Sugar took my breath away. I was like, who is dropping bars like this? Like, who is rapping like this? Sugar's beyond talented. I didn't know exactly how talented he was until I watched the backstory of BTS. And then I then I came to understand, oh, these guys are really talented. They're not just like boy bands that like some show or some producer brought together, like a lot of boy bands are. BTS, Emma, is that your name? 1977. The first song I heard, BTS Dynamite. It was their older stuff that got me hooked. Yeah, oldest Mic Drop in particular. I love their older stuff. It's more hip hop flavor. She said August D Daegu Town Sugar. Look, when I go to Korea, I'm going to Daegu. Now, my sister-in-law told me, she's like, you gonna be going to Daegu by yourself. She's like, it's nothing special about Daegu. And I'm like, I want to go to Daegu. I will come. Okay, so I talk to Koreans, like real Koreans that live in Korea. So they told me a bunch of tidbits about Daegu. So here's some fun facts about Daegu as we digress. Because we just coming here to talk today. I'm here to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Make sure you thumbs up, make sure you subscribe. I do a live stream. Nothing special about Daegu? Yes. That every Korean has told me there's nothing special about Daegu. I said, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I said, hold on, that's where Sugar's from. They were like, Daegu. I had Koreans tell me that Daegu is like really ugly. They were like, first of all, they were like, it's not that cute. Second of all, they're like, people from Daegu are very like straight to the point. Like they're very like deadpan, straight to the point. They're like there's a dialect for that Providence, and people from that Providence. I forgot the name of it. Guangzhou. I forgot the name of the Providence where Daegu is in. And the people there, apparently, I've heard that they like their food really salty. They're like, oh, Daegu has a bunch of salty food. They said their food is real salty. So I've heard that. I've heard Daegu is nothing special. That it's just this industrialized town. It kind of reminds me of Philly. Like when people talk about it as being like a very industrialized town, like a very like working class town. It reminds me of like Philly, like Philadelphia, um, or Pittsburgh. I would say no, not Philly, Pittsburgh. That's what Daegu reminds me of, Pittsburgh. Like when people say they're from Pittsburgh, it's like a steel town, and so Daegu is very like industrious. It's a working town. Yeah, we love you because it takes no, and everybody from Daegu is very plain spoken. It's very like straight to the point. They're very direct people from Daegu, and so I talking to Koreans, they were like, why do you want to go to Daegu? I said, because Sugar's from there. And they're like, man, they're like, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. And did you know that in Daegu they have murals dedicated to Sugar? Like they have like murals, like whole wall. They have like a wall that has Sugar's face on it. I was like, how awesome is that to go back to your hometown and they have like a whole mural with your face on it? Like, like I don't even know if they have that for Beyonce in Houston. Like I'm in Texas. I'm thinking, do they have that for Beyonce in Houston? I don't know. I've been to Houston, but I've never seen a Beyonce wall. But in Daegu, apparently they have like a Sugar wall. So there you go. Gotta go to bed. Good night, BTS. Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it all the way. BTS in my 1977. Go to bed. Good night. But I didn't know they had like a whole wall there, and I was like, they got a whole wall there. I was like, ooh. So I'm interested. I want to go to Daegu, even though everybody's like, why? Everybody in Korea, all my Korean friends are like, ew, Daegu. Like, of course I'm going to Seoul, but yeah, they were like, who wants to go to Daegu? But that's some fun facts, kids. And did also about South Korea, did you know that in South Korea, Christmas is considered like kind of like a couple's holiday? Like, if you're Christian in Korea, it's considered a big thing, but Christianity is not the dominant religion in South Korea. So Christmas is considered a very couple's holiday. So people talk about Christmas like it's a second Valentine. It's like a winter version of like a Valentine's Day. So a lot of couples go and do couples events and they exchange couples gifts. Like that's how fun fact, kids, those y'all didn't know, but yeah. So a lot of people who are uncoupled in Korea, there's winter depression. You know how people have winter depression here. In Korea, it's even worse because the people who are single are extra lonely. So wintertime itself, the coldness, it's really cold in parts, most of Korea, it's snowing. So, wintertime, we talk about the winter blues, the winter depression. On top of just the change in weather affects your mood. On top of all that, in South Korea, it's considered a couple's holiday. And so it is very, like, there are a lot of Korean people I know that are very lonely during this time of year. So I'd like to say hello to everybody from Korea who I do have Koreans who watch this. They may not understand, but I thought that was very sad. So it's doubly sad. It's winter depression. People in Korea are going through it anyway with their government and the martial law and everything like that. So and then on top of all that, during this time of year, it's supposed to be a time to celebrate being in a couple. And then a lot of people are single. And so they're not. Ronnie B says Army for life, baby. You ain't lying. So I'm gonna watch some BTS Christmas videos and talk to y'all because I've never seen. Again, I'm new to this. I've only been Army since July, June or July. Everything started for me. I sat there and explained how everything started for me. Everything started for me on my channel when I researched Army because I heard horrible things about BTS Army. People talk in other fandoms. I said that people talk about Army in hushed tones, and they talk about y'all because y'all are so feared and y'all are considered crazy. And so I did a video on my channel about Army. And there's lots of videos about BTS members and a lot of videos about BTS and their music. But I was like, there's not many videos about Army. I was like, I want to know about Army. I want to know about the fans. And so I did. I researched best as I could. And I did a video about Army. And then BTS Army started to share the videos to armies everywhere, and they could flock to my channel, and they had aunties and haters and all kinds of stuff. And y'all was in child on my video. My video has over 300 comments. People was in the comments swinging. Cause I'm telling you, them EXO fans and them Blinks was coming for y'all. They was like, BTS is crazy. I was like, oh my God. Like, I didn't know I created a video about Army that would cause such a storm, a flurry of activity. Like, people was coming for y'all. They was like, they crazy. And then armies was in my video like, no, man, we're not. No, man. I was like, oh my God. You're watching BTS videos right now. I'm finna start watching. Hello, Hannah. But they was coming for y'all in my video. And I didn't understand. I was like, what is going on? But they were fighting in my video. And I was like, hold up. From what I know about Army, they were always very nice. So I was like, I know that they nice, but the aunties was coming for y'all hard in my video. And then BTS Army showed up and they were like, no, you're not going to talk about us in this video. A video that's about us, and you have the nerve to come to this video celebrating Army and talking about Army. And then the aunties came to my video and flocked to my video, was just blasting y'all. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, it's the love of BTS. Yeah, there's a day I think Black Day is a single people. Yeah, single people day. Yeah, And I was like, these people are coming for y'all in my video. I just sat back and read the comments and I was like, Lord, and some of the comments I actually had to delete because they were very, very offensive. And I just deleted the comments. But but my video has like almost 7,200 views. And my little channel was only like 2 months old. And that video blew up my channel. Like, it had people coming, I had armies like coming to my channel and like saying, oh my God, we love this video, because they're like, there's not many videos about Army. And I was like, yeah, because y'all are fascinating. Y'all are fascinating. Y'all the biggest fandom on the planet. I'm 65 years old and relatively new to Army. Ah, welcome. I'm new too. Hey, what's up? I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm an older woman too. And I've been new since July. But yeah, I did that video, and then so many armies were very receptive to the video, and I was like, oh my God, I said, y'all are really nice. And I was like, okay. And that made me like BTS even more, because Army was very welcoming and they were very receptive, and y'all blew up my video. And then my video came out in July, and then Sugagate happened in August. And I said, oh man. So here I am, new to Army. Suga's my bias. And then Sugagate happened in August. And I said, wait a minute, I'm new to all this. What is happening? I told in my last video, I got thrown in the fire, y'all. Like, I got thrown, little baby Army me got thrown. I've been going through it. All of this Minhee Jin, Adore, New Jeans, Shamans. Now they bringing up, child. I did a video about them bringing up. I mean, not a video. I did a live stream talking about Sajegi. They bringing somebody in some website somewhere posted some stuff, but they've since deleted it. Saying that they work for a company and accusing BTS of Sajegi. And then I heard on Reddit that the username was linked to Minhee Jin. Allegedly. I don't know what's true, y'all, but allegedly. But I do know that this post was deleted. This person has deleted their post, deleted everything, and they just ran. Like, they got on the line, accused BTS of Sajegi 2 weeks ago. They posted it. It made its rounds on Korea Boo and All Pop, and I talked about it, and then now it's gone. Now this person mysteriously has disappeared. Because again, if you gonna accuse BTS of something, you can have no evidence, no proof, or nothing. But you can just accuse BTS or whatever, and then apparently, that makes news. So you could accuse BTS of something in a group, in a group somewhere, and some Reddit board, and then apparently that makes news. I don't get it. Anything BTS related makes sense. So right now I am watching the BTS Christmas Carol medley, the 2019 SBS Daejeon Music Festival. So that's what I'm watching right now. I've never seen this before. It is an 11-minute 46-second video, and I've never seen any BTS Christmas anything. And so that's what I'm watching right now. Hello, Seneca Bradley. Merry Christmas to you too, Seneca. Um, Talking about they better run. Armies is coming for him. Her. Yeah, yeah. They said I've heard that there's evidence that that it was Min Hee Jin allegedly. Like I said, just take it with a grain of salt. I heard that somebody was tracing the username back and went and found out that there was some kind of evidence that it was Min Hee Jin. I don't know that. Like I said, that's the rumor that's going around, and I wouldn't put it past her to post something like that. Like, you know, I I don't I don't I wouldn't put it past them. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. I think I hear snoring. I do hear snoring. It's my cat. He's underneath my bed asleep, and all I hear is her, her. I didn't know my cat was in my room. Normally, when I do my live streams, I don't like my cat to be in my room because I don't know. I might do the unboxing. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I should do the unboxing live? I might go. I might get up and tell me about you, my love. Look, Seneca is come on. What is there to say about me? I don't know. I'm older. I like BTS. I like history. I've had this channel up and running for 6 months. It has expeded. Yes, you think I should do the unbagging? I should say the unbagging of BTS. Like I said, my sister-in-law got me a bunch of BTS stuff. And so this is my first year getting BTS merch for Christmas. And then my sister-in-law is so happy. She's like, oh my God, you're so easy to shop for now. Because normally I'm hard to shop for. But what else about me? I love my channel. I love this community. I love it. Y'all think I should do the unboxing? I'm gonna get up in a minute. Then I'm gonna do the unboxing live or unbagging. I'm watching BTS videos. I'm scared to show y'all the video because like YouTube has really sophisticated technology. And so like even if I show y'all like a picture, like they'll come back and be like copyright. I'm like, dang. Let me see whose channel is this? Is this the official channel? Okay, no. Yeah, this is like an official channel, so I can't. Yes, do the unbagging. Okay, y'all. I'm going to get up in a second. So yeah, if y'all can just see, like I have cords like hanging, and then also if you look at my short, my child got a sugar scooter. Speaking of sugar, my child got a sugar scooter. So I mean, not just saying that she's a BTS fan. She's not, but she got a scooter. Like she wanted an electric scooter, and that's what she got. So we're like, I was like, is that the same scooter that Sugar was driving? I was like, oh, that's the same scooter that Sugar had. Okay, because this company is an international company, and I was like, it's an iScooter. And then I looked it up. I was like, the same scooter that Sugar got. So yes, if you look on my YouTube shorts, I showed y'all the scooter after I put it all together. Oh, it took me a while. Who's my sister-in-law's bias? In BTS? Sugar. Number 2 for her is Jhope. Jhope is her second. But Sugar's not her alt. Sugar is my alt. Like, it is so scary. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. My sister-in-law's like, I don't know if I love or hate that you like K-pop. Cause she likes K-pop, and now since BTS has been on hiatus, she's an ATEEZ fan. So if you look at my K-pop, I have a whole K-pop playlist on this channel. You will see where I post videos of the concerts I went to. I went to Epic High and ATEEZ this year. Okay, So my sister-in-law, she loves ATs. I forgot which one is her bias. Song, I would know the name. His name starts with an S. So if you're familiar with ATs, it's not San. It's Songkwo. Anyway, that one. That's the one she likes in ATs. Ever since BTS has been on hiatus, she drifted to the ATs. And so, but yeah, Suga is the one that she thinks is the most talented, and she is a fan. But for me, Suga's my alt. So he's my ultimate bias. So he's my bias in all music forms. Like I listen to Suga and watch D-Day concert uncomfortably too many times. Okay, you're what? What? You're 6'1", brown skin, pretty brown eyes, weight 165, two jobs, 44. Oh, 44, you're young. No kids. I have two children. Living in Chicago, I'm in Texas. But yeah, my sister-in-law, she's ATs is now like her big group right now. Um, this little girl that got to be in this Christmas medley with BTS in 2019, girl, you're the real MVP. This little girl that got to be on stage with BTS in 2019, and I know she's probably an actress. I'm assuming she is. She is so cute. But the idea that you got to be on stage with BTS for about 12 minutes, girl, I don't even know what to say. Like, girl, you a lucky little girl. This little girl is so cute. I think she looks like she's about 6 or 7 years old, and like she's in the Christmas medley, and she get the and then she get the whole Jungkook's hand. Like, girl, what? Girl, you are the envy of every army. I know in 2019, y'all was watching this Christmas special, y'all was dying. Y'all was like, who is this little girl? Who are you, little girl? How lucky you are that you up here dancing with Kim Tae-young. They're my lucky girl. Girl, I'm envious. I'm envious of a 7-year-old. Like, girl, what? And did it? No. Stop it. No, they did not. No. Wait a minute. They do not have Suga prancing around here with an outfit on. Is that the one that got the hug? I don't know. I've never seen this before. Did she get a hug too, Marilyn? No, Marilyn, she didn't get a hug. Why they got Suga up here prancing around? Wait a minute. I got to turn the volume up just enough so I won't get copyrighted. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are they singing Jingle Bell Rock? Do they not got Sugar up here prancing around looking as cute as he could be while he's up here prancing around? I ain't never seen Sugar look so festive and merry. It is jarring. It is jarring. This is a little jarring to see Sugar like, I don't know. I don't what is happening? To see Sugar up here prancing around is just, it's weird to me. It's a little weird, but that's okay. That's all right. Sugar's laughing. He's laughing. But he looks so cute. I was like, is Sugar up here prancing around? Child, girl, if you don't. And then JK is wearing the heck out of this houndstooth jacket. Girl, boy, if you don't work that houndstooth, your girl loves houndstooth. Like, if you don't, boy, if you don't work, he wearing the hell out that houndstooth. He's wearing a houndstooth jacket. I'm crushed. I don't know if more envious of the girl or the jacket. I don't know what to do, y'all. Like, I'm mixed up. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I love the girl or the jacket. Like, the girl, I'm envious of her, and oh no. Is RM wearing a houndstooth sweater? Oh my God. I think I got the same sweater, y'all. I think I got the same sweater. He's wearing a houndstooth, like a sweater. I think I got the same one in my closet. Your girl love a good black and white houndstooth. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Is that J-Hope? Wait a minute. Oh no, that's Jimin. Jimin is wearing it too. Jimin look like he's wearing my grandmama's like bolo jacket. Like it's a houndstooth too. Whoever put them in houndstooth, kudos to the stylist. I love houndstooth. But I am gonna do the unbagging. Okay. I have to get up though, girls. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to get up. I have to move the camera, which is my cell phone. What are we talking about? Oh, commercial time. Nobody cares about the commercial. I got my robe on because I'm cold in here. Look, is RM singing? Hold on. Hold on. I have some really interesting like theories about BTS. Like I love RM. RM seems to me like the most domesticated one. RM seems like the one that would get married and have children. Like to me, RM just seems like RM is too much. Like like y'all know how I feel about BTS. Like I love Sugar because he is straight to the point, deadpan, moody, passive aggressive. Like I like all of that. I like a man who's very like not emotional and like I don't like really emotionally like giddy kind of overly outgoing guys. And I don't like guys who think that like they all that. They think, God knows I love Jimin. But I could tell Jimin knows that he's a good looking man. And I'm just like, okay, Jimin. Like some people like that men with a lot of self-confidence and a lot some women are really into that. They like a man that's kind of arrogant. And I don't like that. Not saying that Jimin is arrogant, but Jimin is really, really confident and he knows he's good looking and he should because he's a good looking man. Um, I remember I watched a video the other day when Jimin was talking about. I watched a bunch of Jimin videos because I was intrigued. Sometimes I go down rabbit holes, and Jimin was saying that he, in his career, he wanted to be the man that everybody wants. And I was like, Jimin, you accomplished that because Jimin is the man with his new album that came out and all the awards that he's won. Jimin is really the man that kind of everybody wants. Um, so he's gotten that right. He is the man that everybody wants. And so I like that. And Jim is like, I'm cutesy, sexy, lovely. Y'all know how Jim be doing him. Y'all, Jimmy cracked me up when he be like, I'm cutesy, sexy, lovely, Jimmy. Like, I'm like, and then they was asking Jimmy, and they like, well, what was your nickname when you were younger? He's like, I don't remember what my nickname when I was younger, but he was like, all I know is I was really cute, and people like, and like, I guess Jimmy had a sweet nature about him that his parents probably really love, and it's nice when you have a sweet natured kid. I have a sweet natured kid. Um, but my kid, he's young, so he doesn't really have that level of like confidence. And hopefully, I think if everybody had just a dose of Jimin's confidence, the world would be a different place because Jimin is confident. He should be confident, and he's gone through bouts of self doubt and he's cried and talked about like, his vocals and how he felt like he was lacking there and everything. But other than that, Jimin, once you gym in, you don't gym out. So I understand all the gymming stands. But I just thought that was interesting that out of everybody, I think RM seems the most like anybody I would get along with like in real life, me and RM would be like two peas in a pod. Cause I'm very like introspective and cerebral and I love art and RM loves art. And RM to me is just like his intelligence is very sexy, very attractive. That's the kind of man like I would gravitate towards in real life. But putting all that aside, Sugar would be the dude that would set me on fire. Like Sugar would be the dude that I would be sitting at home sipping wine and crying about because Sugar wouldn't be that person that I would want. He wouldn't be that person that I needed, but he would be the man that I want. So you ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. There's a man that you need to be with, and but then there's the man that you want. So RM would be the man that I need to be with, but Sugar would be the man that I wanted, that I didn't need. And like that just run, because that would drive me crazy to be with a man who is that like seemingly detached that's not very affectionate and not very like, and I'm a very affectionate, passionate person. And RM strikes me as a very passionate person. And I'm a very I need someone who's very passionate as me because I'm a very passionate person. Like if you really get me in the right way. Oh yeah, arms the intellectual, and I love it. I'm an intellectual. Like I like to think and research and write and like I create and all that kind of stuff. Like I love that. I find that intensely like it's good for me to be with somebody who's really, really, really intellectual. It's good for me to surround myself by people that are really, really intellectual. But my spirit gravitates to the total opposite of that. It's the total. I will meet an intellectual dude and just be like, that's nice. I'll friend zone you. But then I meet a dude who just be like passive and be like, how you doing? And be like, fine. And then I'll be like, so that's the kind of guy that I'm like attracted to, like the nonchalant, the overly complicated, broody, like when they did Harry Potter, I was into Snape. Like Snape was my dude. Like I was like Snape. So this Snape character, like I was into Snape. Like that just tells you what kind of madness I'm on. Snape was my dude in Harry Potter. Harry and all that, like that was too young for me. They're little bitty kids. I wasn't into because I'm grown, so I had to go for the teachers. I wasn't into Lupin. I wasn't into I wasn't into Uncle Remus, whatever. I wasn't into him. I wasn't into Werewolf Guy. I wasn't into the one that went to Azkaban. I wasn't into that. I was like, just give me Snape. Like Snape was my dude. Like I was like, oh, that's the kind of man I would be with. Just mean, broody, just Snape would come into me like, Potter, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I give that a thumbs up, Snape. Like, that's the kind of dude that like, I'm like, ooh. Snape was it. Thank you, Marilyn. Hello, Mecky. Opposites always attract. Is that the truth? And I'm very introverted. Like when I'm not on camera and in real life, like I'm very like low key and introverted. But then once you get to know me, you're like, oh, okay, I'm funny and I'm outgoing and I'm talkative. But yeah, Snape's where's that? Like Snape was it. Like for me, I'm like, oh. Oh, hello there. Oh, hello there, Snape. Like some people was like, you lost your mind. I was like, then I found other women who were like, girl, yes. I was like, the girl, I'm like, so broody is what I like. Mean and broody, not mean, but just straight to the point. I'm like a person just get to the point. I'm like, okay, now what are we doing? What are we not doing? Get to the point. But then like I get angsty because there's a lack of affection that I really like. I like hugs and kisses and dudes like I love you and I want to be with you and da, da, da. But then again, like I trip on it because Korean dudes are like that though. So I trip on all of that because I'm like, but Korean, like dating a Korean, like in Korean culture, their men will love bomb you. So I'm thinking like, well, a lot of them, they may come across as that way, but then like there's a way that you act with your friends and your colleagues and your workmates, and then like there's the real you at home. So I don't know if Suga would act like that in a relationship. Like he may be completely the opposite. Like he may be very loving and kind. I don't know. I don't see it. But and then some, like I said, I'm not trying to stereotype all Korean men, but the ones that I do know have been like that. Merry Christmas, Aqua Boy. Hello. Keep safe. Yes. Merry Christmas to the haters too. He said Merry Christmas to the haters too. To the haters, Merry Christmas to y'all too. Like Merry Christmas. I would like to say yes. Like Aqua Boy said, Merry Christmas to the haters too. Even if y'all hate BTS, that's okay. Merry Christmas. But I'm unbag this stuff live. I'm finna get up, finna get this bag. We gonna unbag. I'll be right back. Make sure y'all thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Shout thumbs up the video, and subscribe. I got this BTS Carol thing on pause while I get up. I'm trying to make sure my camera don't fall over. Let me hold it while I get up. Okay, I did it. Ooh, yes. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. 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 Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Let me try to sit down and try to hold this camera so it won't fall over. We're going to do unbagging, unboxing, whatever you want to call it. We're going to look at my Christmas gifts. I'm trying not to knock over the camera, y'all. But I got to get situated. I have a bad back, y'all. I've had back surgery. I've had back surgery and knee surgery. gotta work out tomorrow, y'all. I've been eating too much like pie, and I don't cook for Christmas. Like we don't have Christmas dinner. Like other people cook Christmas dinners. We don't do all that. I gotta readjust my camera, kids. Readjust my camera, kids. There we go. So I won't be like slumping down because my back will start to hurt. But yeah, we don't do Christmas dinner. But you know. So anyway, we're gonna have a bag. This is my bag. This is my bag. It says ho ho ho. Let me stop being bad, y'all. I hope everybody had a good holiday. Like I said, during the holidays, I know that some people are very alone during the holidays, and it sucks. Some people don't have kids. They don't have family. They may have lost their family. They may be as far away from their family in another country or another state. So I hope you guys have somebody. And I appreciate everybody being here on Christmas. I didn't think this many people would be here. Okay, we're going to go to the box. We're going to do the unbagging. Oh, look. Smooth like butter. Criminal undercover. It's sugar. It's butter. Butter. Like you want to say a butter. Because I'm from up north. It's butter sugar. It's butter sugar. Look at that. Oh, he's so cute. Y'all remember this scene from Butter? When they were holding up like the little things that had their birthdays on it? That's what he has in his hand. Should I take him out the box? Why not? People are like, don't take it out the box. I was like, don't take it out the box. I was like, let me take it out. Let me see if I can get him out the box. Smooth like butter. I'm going to take him out the box. Break it down. I'm going to carefully take him out the box, y'all. Just look at him. Isn't he so cute? Smooth like butter. Criminal undercover. Look, the ring lights are in his eyes. He's like, ooh, and I look in the mirror. How you hard to the two. I got the superstar glow. So, ooh, to the boogie now. Dun, dun, dun. He was about to do it, baby. So this is too cute. I like this is the outfit that he wore in Butter, like his little sparkly jacket. His eyes looking, the ring lights are in his eyes. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Look into my eyes. Sugar looks possessed. But this is Sugar. Look at his little hair. His little hair is cute. It's too cute. It's so much cuteness. So much cuteness. It's too cute. It's too cute. It's too cute. I'm going to put them back in the box, y'all. I have another one. I have the Sugar with the gray hair. The proof Sugar. I guess that's what they call it. So, it's adorable. I know, isn't it adorable? So it's a Funko Pop. BTS. And then they have the other ones that are back here. They have RM with they have Jimin with the rainbow hair, baby. I want that Jimin with the rainbow hair. Lord have mercy. I love Jimin with that hair. I love Jimin with that hair. And I love Jhope with the butter hair. That's so adorable. Okay, what else we got? Oh my goodness. Shucky, shucky, quack, quack. We have BTS socks. What? This is Jin. This is Jin. This is socks. This is it's one side. I guess it's the top of the sock. It's the top of the sock. That's Jin. Is Jhope winking at you? Look at Jhope is winking at you. Jhope says, what's up? That's too cute. Jhope. Jhope! That's what Sugar say. Jhope! And then we have Jimin. We have Jimin. Jimin. She said these are the only ones that this is the only ones that she could get. She couldn't get the other one. But these are actually from Korea. See, it says made in Korea. I know you can't see it, but right here it says made in Korea. So these are really Korean BTS socks. They're made in Korea. Yep. So these are cute. These are cute. These are absolutely adorable. Am I going to wear them? I don't know. Marilyn says they're cute. I know they're adorable. I don't know if I'm going to wear them or not. I have a hard time wearing things. I may wait till the concert. These may hold out to 2026. I'm terrible. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, snap. Map of the Soul. Map of the Soul with Park Jimin. Y'all see Park Jimin? This is a light stick. This is my first BTS light stick. It's my first one. Okay. Let me get to open. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, it comes with, this is Jungkook. These are really cool. It's like a plastic. Do y'all get this? Do y'all know what these are? And this is one of Jimin. They're chosen at random, so my sister-in-law didn't have any say so. But look at that. Look at that. Oh, hey. Yeah, I got a light stick. I finally got a light stick, y'all. I'm so excited. This is my first light stick. This is Jimin. This is the cards that came with the light stick. I've never had a light stick from any group before. So this, and then somebody else bought me another light stick. So this is the official BTS light stick. This is the official. So this is not an imitation. I think she bought this on Weverse. Yes, she's telling me. Yes. Yes, this is BTS light stick. Yeah. My first light stick. I don't want to open it. Like, I want to hold it. I don't know if I'm opening it, y'all. Okay. I may open it at a later time because, again, I have somebody else that bought me a light stick too. But I don't know if I want to open it. It's my first light stick. I feel emotional. Oh, I've never had a light stick of any group. Like, this is, I'm feeling emotional. Why am I so emotional? It's a map of the soul. You'll see it. Map of the soul. Why do I feel emotional about a light stick? Anyway, I don't know. I just feel like with the light stick, I'm actually a part of something. I'm just like, now I feel like I'm officially ARMY. Like, before I didn't feel it, but now I really feel it. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm really one now. I'm really ARMY because I got a light stick. And so when I go to concert, I will go to concert in 2026. Look, I know we all can't go to the concert in 2026, but I promise I will go I will try my hardest to get tickets. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care what I have to pay. I'm going to that concert in 2026, and I will be there with this light stick. Let me, I'm going to open it, y'all. I can't. I had a moment that I was like, I'm not going to open it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to open it. It's having a hard time. Come on now, light stick. Come on. Come on, light stick. Come on. Come on. Yeah, y'all can tell I don't know how to unbox anything. Okay, here we go. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's all mine. Oh, and they have more goodies in here. Wait a minute. Hold on, baby. Hold on. We got a bag. Ah! Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to scream. I'm sorry. So we have this. Let's just show that this is like the guidebook to the light stick. Welcome. Thank you very much. This is the guidebook. I'm so excited. This is the carrying case. And then I also bought a stand. I went online and bought a stand. I have to get some batteries apparently. Let me read the guide. But yeah, I need. Oh, it's something. Okay, I'm trying to see what kind of batteries it takes. AA, AAA. Oh, 3 batteries. So it takes 3 batteries. I have to get batteries. I don't have any batteries on me. But I like that it has BTS and this is official. I'm official now, y'all. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And they have this. Now, sorry, y'all. Hold on. My TV's about to shut down, and I can't be having my TV shut down while I'm trying to watch BTS stuff. Y'all give me a minute. I'm trying to find my remote. Okay, here we go. Let me go back. Sorry. Let me go back. Anyway, they came with these cards. I'm gonna open it. Here's RM winking at me. Okay, so what we got here? We got, they have like a little card here where you scan it. This is an official light stick special edition. And it says scan the QR code on a Weverse shot to get the emblem and cash. Okay, I will download Weverse and we were going to do that. Okay, so we got cards. We have RM. Oh my God. We have Worldwide Handsome himself. I am Jen. Worldwide Handsome. I love that song. And we have, oh my God, Suga. I can just die, Suga. Oh my God, let me, wait, hold on. All right, let's go. I needed a moment. We have Jhope. Hobie. My cat just crawled underneath my bed right now. And then we have Jimin. Park Jimin. We have V. I know y'all love V. Y'all go crazy over this man, Kim Taehyung. Y'all go crazy over Kim Taehyung. And Jungkook. Jungkook looking cute with the light brown hair. So that is, I'm going to put these back in this thing. Because I don't have like a photo card, like book. I know they have like some on Amazon. Look at y'all can just see my cat right now. Come here, kitty. My cat is looking at me with this look of like, you know, like what is happening? You probably heard me screaming and woke up, was like, what's she screaming about now? Okay, so I'm going to put all of these cards back in here. If I could find the other ones. If I could save time in a bottle. If I could find Jimin and Jungkook. And I will put all these cards back in here. I'll put all these cards back in here. And I'm going to stick it back in here. And like I said, they got a little carrying case with a little wrist strap. So I guess when you go to concerts, you carry it around on your wrist. I'm going to put it back in here. I got to get some batteries. I didn't know it took battery. I didn't know my sister-in-law was going to buy this for me. So I have to get some batteries. For sure. I'm still watching this BTS performance by this little girl just get to perform with BTS. Like, she's lucky. You lucky girl. And like I said, I'm getting a stand because somebody else bought me an army bomb as well. So I will actually have 2. I don't know if the one that he bought me is the official one, but we'll see. The official light stick. But this one is definitely official. And I'm probably going to do a short where I'll unbox it again. I'm just going to keep it real with y'all because, like, I have to do shorts. I do shorts. Maybe I should put this back in first and then put the army bomb in there. I'm trying to put it all back in here. Oh, my cat's at the door. Kitty, hold on, kitty, hold on. Let me put everything back in here. Let me put it back in here. Put it back in here. So, yes, welcome. Thank you very much. But we're not done. But oh no, folks, we are not done. I have other stuff in this bag. I have one more thing left, and wait a minute, I'm really excited about this one. You know. Oh no, my sister-in-law. You get married me! You get married me! She got me a shirt that says, "You can marry me," and it's nice and big because I like to be comfy. I love it so much. Yugi marry me. I got my own Yugi. Hello, Abu. So I got I'm ready. I'm ready, y'all. Let the insanity begin. I have my own Yugi marry me shirt, sweatshirt. It's nice and comfy. She said, so cute. Is it not cute? Yes. So when I go to the gym, I'm gonna wear this when I go to the gym or I go out shopping. So everybody will know. I have a August D t-shirt and an August D like a little hoodie, a crop top hoodie thing. So I'm just gonna add it to them. So thank to my sister-in-law who picked out wonderful gifts for my first BTS Christmas. Um, this is my first BTS Christmas. Again, I'm watching this Christmas video. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. Every time I want to live stream, my cat just sits in a corner and stares at me and judges me. I don't normally when I'm not live streaming, my cat comes on the bed and he sleeps next to me. But when I'm on a live stream, for some reason, he just stands off there in the corner and just judging me. He looks at me like this. But anyway, so this is all my merchandise. I'm really excited to add this to my collection. I am a true BTS fan. There are BTS reactors and people reviewing things and looking at things about BTS that are not BTS fans. I can tell that they're really not BTS fans. I can tell that they really don't, they're using BTS to clout chase. I am not a YouTuber BTS clout chaser. As y'all can see, I'm a true BTS fan. Okay, like some other people, I won't call out any names, but there are channels out there that I've watched and I'm like, oh, they're reacting to BTS or they doing, and I can tell that like they're doing it just because if you do a video about BTS, it's going to bring clicks and views. I mean, let's just all keep it real because there's so many armies. There's so many of y'all. But I'm telling people on this channel, I am a real BTS fan. I am a real BTS fan. Like I put my money where my mouth is and other people put their money where their mouth is. Damn it, I got BTS socks for the love of God. These things are not cheap. These things are like $65, $70. So these are not cheap, especially the one, she's a special edition. So when I tell people that people ask me like, are you a BTS fan? I'm like, yeah, I put my money where my mouth is. I'm a casual K-pop fan, but I'm a BTS stan. So I don't do this for clout. I don't do this because I do this because I really do like K-pop. And I really absolutely positively adore and love BTS. I love the musicality of BTS. I know a lot of you armies don't like other K-pop groups, and I get it. And I know some K-pop stans and anti-fans and casuals hate on ARMY because of that, because a lot of armies don't follow, they only follow BTS. It's the only thing K-pop they've ever liked. Right now I'm watching BTS sing Santa Claus Coming to Town. This is a Disney holiday thing right now, and it's so cute. I'm gonna watch this stuff all night because I've never seen anything BTS Christmas, and to see them in Christmas sweaters and Christmas gears and singing Christmas songs is just, it's a perfect way to end my Christmas on to New Year's. But like I was saying, that I'm a real BTS fan. Like I'm not a fake, a fake fan or anything. And my cat has come here to say hello. And so yeah, so I again on my channel, I don't just do K-pop. I do have a K-pop playlist, but I try to keep, the things that I talk about, because I do like history and I do like breaking news and legends and stories and stuff like that. But I try not to have this channel go a full K-pop channel. I try to teach y'all a little bit of something as well. So I just think that everybody who are K-pop stands, that they have patience. But I do talk a lot about K-pop on my channel. But again, I try to mix it in with other educational stuff. So, because to me, doing a full K-pop channel, it just sounds like a beating. Like there's a lot of drama that happened in K-pop, and I would drive myself ragged trying to keep up with it. There's a lot of drama this year, and there's a lot of drama in K-pop. And like I said, when I'm dealing with BTS fans, I know that a lot of BTS fans don't follow Cali. A lot of y'all do not follow what happens in K-pop. And a lot of y'all don't care about what happens in K-pop. Y'all just care about what happens with BTS. Y'all don't care about none of that. Y'all are like, I don't care about none of that. So I try to like and I know y'all have other interests, besides just BTS. So I try to like temper, you know, that someone has a whole full BTS playlist, but I want to watch BTS videos. Videos. Like, like oh, there's the SBS videos that I'm watching. So I know that you guys, y'all watch other things, y'all like other things. And so, I'm always taking suggestions about what videos y'all would like to see me do or talk about. Um, but like I said, I post videos every day. Like every day. People are like, how do you post videos every day? I post videos every day. It's not easy, but it has gotten me like followers very quickly, me posting shorts and posting. So I post something every day. Again, if y'all check my community tab and you will look at my fan fiction, um, I have fan fiction releasing at least one fan fiction a week. Sometimes uh it's sometimes it's twice a week, but most of the time it's once a week. I have so much fan fiction written. Like I literally have like 20 different like excerpts written ahead of time and I just schedule them out because I have like a whole novel written and I just break it up into pieces and I post it on my community tab. And then like I said, if you look at my video, I did a Yoongi BTS Suga fanfic thing, so check that out. Uh because fan fiction is something that I'm new to. It's something that I got into. I did a whole video about fan fiction, and I figured out like, hey, these people are writing stuff. I like to write stuff, so I started writing it too. And so there's a lot of people that come on my channel that they subscribe just because of the fan fiction. They just come and read my fan fiction. They like, okay, well, good, and barely even watch the videos. So I'm gonna try to do more fan fiction videos. I'm going to try to get there is a link that I left in my community tab for my coffee there's a website called Coffee KOFI where people can like look at exclusive content. Like I'm going to try to start doing that eventually as my channel gets bigger. And then maybe I might start putting my fan fiction on there instead of on my community tab. Because when I put on a community tab, I'm not sure if people are going to steal it or whatever, because it's copyrighted, but then I don't want people to like steal my fan fiction and steal my ideas because that's a whole thing. So, I like to write, I like art, and then I need to start watermarking my art too because the art that you see on my channel, like the AI stuff, it's my AI. It's mine. I don't. Most of the time, I don't get it from other channels. It's my AI stuff. It's my stuff that I create. So I need to start. I need to be. Somebody was telling me I need to start watermarking my stuff with my name on it because people will steal your AI art and I put a lot into my like doing AI art is not as simple as people think it is. It's a lot of tweaking. It's a whole I could do a whole videos about AI. Matter of fact, I think one of the videos I'm gonna do is about AI. But New Year's is coming up, y'all. What are y'all doing for New Year's? I hope y'all go out and do something fun. My sister-in-law told me that we're gonna go out and do something fun. So we'll see if I do any place that I go fun, y'all will see I will post videos. Like I do post like my travels and the thing festivals and stuff that I go to. It's usually in my shorts that I try to post it because I don't try to like bog it down with long videos. But I try to go someplace fun. So New Year's Eve we're going somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm gonna make sure I film it and then post it. Just to share with you guys. Like I said, next year I'm traveling to South Korea. We're traveling to maybe Japan, and then I'm going to film that as well and then post videos about that as well. Because again, this channel started out really originally as a travel channel. Hello, No Sage. It started as a way to highlight like my concerts and my travels and stuff like that. That's kind of how it started. But then it like is branched into other things. And it's going to stay that way until something happens because I like Merry Christmas, No Sage, and Happy New Year. And so, what are y'all doing for New Year? I have several New Year videos, and that I've already made and filmed and done, and I just need to post as it gets closer to New Year. I have a BTS New Year's. I need to water. Oh God, I need to watermark my. I didn't watermark my art. I'll try to watermark it. But anyway, I'll try to water. I did a BTS New Year's AI thing, asking you guys like, which BTS member, when I made AI pictures of BTS members in New Year's Eve outfits, and I'm gonna ask you guys like which one. Oh, thank you. You love history. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate it. I'm only a member of the BTS fan because of Army and my love of BTS. Oh, okay, well then, hey, yeah, current events. I do history. I do all kinds of things, you know. And like I said, I got this little cute little AI thing that's gonna be asking y'all which BTS member do y'all wanna take out on New Year's? And I have pictures of them and be like, which one y'all want to take out? I know which one I want to take out, no matter what the picture looked like. But they're really good pictures that I had to work on. Doing AI art, like I said, I'm a digital artist. I'm an accountant by trade. Like my life is, I have 2 kids and I'm an accountant. Okay, I'm a corporate person. I work in corporate America. Okay, so I appreciate everybody who subscribed to my channel. Again, I've gained like 300 subscribers in 2 months. Like it is unprecedented that people have like, I have almost 150,000 views over my channel, period. 150,000. That is a lot for a channel that is like 6 months old. Like like it's stunning. It's amazing. But I'm a creative. And so I like editing videos. I like creating videos. Hello, Rihan Khan. And I like K-pop, but I also like history and writing, and I do like other things. K-pop has been crazy. So K-pop kind of gets a lot of my attention because there's always something. That this year has been crazy with the Minhee Jin thing, with Jessie, with Blackpink, like with La Seraphim, like the Sugar Gate thing. Like this year's been crazy year for K-pop. I hope in 2025, y'all, that when BTS do come back, that everything will be normal for them, that they won't be still shading Suga. Um, what? What did you say? Rayhan Khan? Rihan Khan? I hope for when Sugar come back that it won't be a repeat. It won't be like Sugar has to be in hiding, like I said at the beginning of this video. I hope when Sugar comes back, maybe we can finally get back to some semblance of normally. And Sugar comes back on my birthday. So it's a happy birthday to me. Woo, woo. I'm going to have a cake and I'm going to have like a little online celebration. Um, Yeah, 6 months old. The Jesse thing was insane. The Jesse thing, I should have put that in my video. Like I said, I might do a second video, but my video comes out Friday about the K-pop scandal. But I forgot to put the Jesse thing in there. There's some other scandals that I didn't know about. Did y'all know? Okay, look, I'm going to tell y'all something because I know I got younger ones who watch my channel. But there's an NCT scandal that I had no clue about. I had y'all may need, I mean, not the Moon Tail thing, but there's an NCT scandal, another one, with NCT members in late bought and paid for ladies in video. And I had no idea because this scandal apparently, boy, let me tell y'all about SM Entertainment. SM Entertainment, the rumors that they say about SM Entertainment must be true because somehow their people have scandals and it just gets swept under the rug. Because the NCT thing, I had to read it and stop. Like I read it and I was like, what? And I'm like, they doing a what? A five some with a who? Like it is wild. It is a wild scandal that somehow got swept under the rug. The Moon Tail thing, who's being prosecuted for all kinds of heinous things, that got swept under the rug too. Now you don't hear nothing about Moon Tail and his charges of SA. The NCT thing, it's a crazy story that I didn't even know how to put it in my YouTube video without it getting censored or blocked. I was like, how am I going to put this? I was like, this is not safe for work. But it's crazy. So the rumor is with SM Entertainment is that they basically pay like KBS and SBS and these Korean media Allegedly. I don't know if this is true, but this is what I've heard in K-pop spaces. The SM Entertainment, the granddaddy of the K-pop industry, has had scandals, but somehow they get swept in the rug because they like have like Korean broadcasting and journalists on their payroll. That's what I've heard. I've heard this for years. Um, so anytime something happens to a SM Entertainment, it just like SM Entertainment had that whole thing with the Rise, the guy from Rise. I talk about him in my video. I'm just like, and then that kind of like went away. Like people just like, okay, he quit, nothing to do here. Okay, I like SM Entertainment. I should, you know what? I should do a whole video series about each one of the big four because SM Entertainment is fascinating. Like I watch videos about like the history of the big companies, but I need somebody to do a deep dive on SM Entertainment, and there's really not a lot of like deep dive videos, and I'm going to do a deep dive on each one of these K-pop companies because I find SM Entertainment and the start of it and the guy who founded K-pop industry and the trainee system, I find it fascinating. It is riveting, but it is strange to me that they've had scandal after scandal this year, but somehow they just disappeared. Like I'm just like, I'm like what? I'm like what? Yeah, the Jesse thing was crazy. How they basically ran Jesse out of Korea. I said, but people been waiting to get Jesse for a long time. I'm a Jesse fan. So I feel like there's people that have been waiting to get Jesse for a long time. I feel like that Jessie has a reputation because she's American and hi AK Happy Christmas. Sharista said me too. Merry Christmas, girl. Happy New Year. Sharista said me too, girl. Yeah, I feel like they've been gunning to take Jessie down. I think that they don't like Jessie because she's American. Yeah, gum 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 the song. Gum 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 gum. I love Jessie. I love her when she do all these little talk shows, variety shows, because she's real funny. And Jessie has had a hard time in the industry. Like I watched a video about her story. She has had a hard time in the industry, a real hard time in the industry. Um, being Korean American in the industry and the things that she has had to go through. I mean, things that we don't even know were her being a solo artist. It's hard to be a solo artist uh, in Korean, but especially being a Korean American and being a solo artist, and her being a female rapper, and her being as like American as she is. But she has gotten a lot of hate throughout the years. But I think like this incident, it wasn't her fault. Like she was literally at a club where somebody that was basically in her entourage got into it with a fan, and then the dude punched the fan, and then people blamed Jessie. And I was like, she's a girl. What's she supposed to do? Like jump in the middle of it? And she was trying to get the dude. I saw the video. She was trying to get the dude and tell him like, no, 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 stop. And then like, I'm like, what were they expecting her to do? Like jump in between these two men and just be like, okay. And then she got scared and took off because she was scared. You've only seen a few documentaries about K-pop companies, all of them in massive skeletons. Girl, let me tell you, I said it in my last live stream. There are some K-pop companies. I said that most entertainment companies, K-pop or not, have been founded by organized crime, and that is not an opinion. That's not rumor. That's just fact. Even in America, when you talk about Warner Brothers, when you talk about Paramount, the companies that got started in 1920s, they needed money. So a lot of these companies were seeded by organized crime money. Same thing in Korean K-pop. There's a certain K-pop company, I won't say no names, but people like the owner, they said the founder is a whole gangster. They say he a whole involved in all kinds of organized crime in Korea. But they need money. So the best way to get money is by organized crime. Everybody in America know that Warner Brothers and Paramount and all these companies were founded by that they had connections to the mafia and the mob. Everybody know that. That's like the history of the movie industry was funded by the mob. Like even if you watch like a lot of the like famous movies, like when they had that TV show, they was talking about like it was on a CBS or ABC show where they talk about The Godfather, the making of the movie The Godfather, and how like they needed money for production, and so they would go to the mob. They'd be like, he mafia. They go to mafia and get money. Because where else you gonna get all these money? Like back in the day, especially, they didn't have investors like back in the 1920s and 30s. They didn't have all that. So their investors were organized crime. In Korea, Yes, there are companies, investors, and stuff like that. But then the people that you really need to get money from, you know what I'm saying, quickly, that don't have to go through lawyers, and because when you're going through an investor and seed money, there's like certain regulations you have to follow by, even in Korea and even in America too. If you get seed money, there's regulations you have to follow. So a lot of people, they want to get around all that, so they just like, we just go and ask, or they know a guy, they know a guy who know a guy, or they got a cousin. Like, how many times is somebody like, hey, my cousin is involved, with this organization, so I'll just ask my cousins for money. So a lot of times they're either related to these people in organized crime, or they cool with them, they went to school with them, and then the friend's like, yeah, I can get you a couple million. Like, hey, I see what I can do. Pull some strings, get you a couple million to start your little old company, your little old K-pop company. And so that's what they do. So, yep, look at the positive in the limelight. Yep, back alley deals. Yeah, Hollywood was founded on mafia money. It's just how it is. Same thing for the K-pop industry. A lot of the K-pop people had to go and get money quickly, and lots of it from dubious sources. And so, like I said, this is not my rumor. This is actually true. You can look it up. There's been a whole document. There's been people arrested behind organized crime and companies that are connected to organized crime in Korea. And so, like, corruption is a big thing everywhere, all over the world. But when you talk about the K-pop industry, corruption is rampant. I mean, that it's pretty rampant. So there's been rumors. I mean, like I said, we talk about SM Entertainment and how Lee Soo-man lost his company to his nephew, and you can't make that up. It's like a K drama. He lost his whole company to his nephew, over like a corporate coup. I mean, this happens in K-pop. Like, there's corporate coup, like Minhee Jin, where she tried to take over a door. Like, this happened. People were shocked. I was like, why are people shocked? This been happening. SM Entertainment been on an ongoing war with the founder and his nephew and his sister for decades. Like, this has been going on for decades. He's been fighting with his own family members about controlling over SM Entertainment. I'm surprised SM Entertainment is even around, like, considering what they done. Yeah, bro, for real, right? What other K-pop groups do I like? I like Card with the K. Card is a mixed two girls and two dudes group. I saw them in concert. I love Card. I love Tia, and Card is with a small company. Um, Card is gonna be in concert in Dallas next year. I'll probably go see this. Um, yeah, girl, man, Manson. Okay, I like Card. Let's see what else. I went to TXT 2 years ago. That's how it got me started in K-pop. I went to Gravities. I went to Zykers, ATs, Epic High. I'm trying to name them in order. I'm going to Stray Kids in June, and I think that's it. I have a whole K-pop playlist where I put my ATs and Epic High concert like videos and snippets in my K-pop playlist. But I love going to K-pop concert. I haven't been Blackpink, but I do like Blackpink. But I don't like all those groups. The groups that I like XG. I love BTS. BTS number one. I'm Army. You never been to a K-pop show? It is wild. When I went to AT's concert. Let me tell y'all. I tell this experience. When I went to AT's concert in Arlington, Texas, I've never been to AT's concert. My sister-in-law is in the AT, so of course, I just go along because she wanted me to go. We got VIP tickets. We stood out in the heat for 3 hours. Let me tell you, AT's was the most diverse K-pop crowd I have ever seen. AT's fans, there were a lot of Hispanic, there were a lot of African American fans, there were a lot of older fans, there were a lot of intergenerational fans. I saw people there with their parents, with their mamas. Like, I saw 40, 50-year-olds, like people my age, there with like their teenage and 20-year-old kids at an AT's concert. I saw a bunch of half-naked women. Like, I saw more cake and cheeks clapping at an AT's concert. I didn't know what was going on. I looked around. I said, I felt like I had t-shirts. I had a t-shirt on and like these shorts, and I was like, I am obviously way overdressed because I saw these women with these so like AT's, their aesthetic is like some kind of Western era. I didn't get it because I'm not A tiny, but they wear like these Western outfits, and they had these girls. There's girls that had bikinis on and like cowboy boots and a hat. There was one chick that had like a crop top on, and she had this skirt with these slits with nothing on underneath. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Is this a Freaknik?" I didn't know it was a Freaknik or a K-pop concert. I didn't know it was. I didn't know this was Florida. I was like, is this a biker thing in Florida? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was at a Freaknik. I'm telling you. I mean, BTS is my favorite. I'm BTS Army. Yes, not yes, a Freaknik. Yes, yes. There was cheeks everywhere. There was half naked, scantily. Like I said, it's in my K-pop. I took video of the fans. They started dancing in the middle of the parking lot. I didn't know what was happening. There was girls that were just like, I mean, there was girls wearing schoolgirl outfits that the skirt was about this about yay long with knee high boots on. I was like, what is this? And then my sister-in-law was like, yeah, AT's got like a whole Western theme going on. I saw Latinas just everywhere, just Latinas, just cowboy hats on and little jumpsuits and I mean, one chick kind of had looked like she had a one piece bathing suit on, and she's had these boots. Chick, they got coochie cutters on. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, I don't even know. I'm just sitting there the whole entire time, like, what? Your aunt stays in Florida? Yes, it was like Freaknik. It was Freaknik. I No, I do not like new jeans. I do not feel. I've done plenty of shorts and lots of live stream videos on new jeans. I went in on new jeans to the point I can't go in on them no more. But it's like every other week there's some kind of news. But yeah, girl, I thought it was, no, this is Texas. It's Arlington, Texas. AT's concert, it was grown and sexy. The theme of an AT's concert is grown and sexy. Same thing about Card. Card is a grown and sexy group. Card, their concerts, they won't allow anybody under the age of 21 at a Card concert. You have to be 21 and up now. It is grown and sexy, baby. So when you go to AT's, you go to Card, grown and sexy. Like you got to be grown to be there. There was no kids at that AT's concert. It was grown. It was like I said, I saw men dressed up. I was like, there was men there with their wives that had like AT's t-shirts on. I was like, I've never seen so many men at a K-pop concert. I've never been to a BTS concert, so y'all gotta excuse me. I've never been to a BTS concert, but I've been to so many concerts. I've never seen so many men there. Like a lot of times, the men that do go to concerts is because they're there with their daughters or their wives or their girlfriends. But baby, there was men. There was men that had AT's t-shirts on with their wives. I was like, all right, okay, well, I didn't know AT's had such a diverse fandom. Or then again, like I don't listen to AT's, so I didn't know because every K-pop concert we've been to is skewed younger. It's younger, except for Card. Card is grown and sexy. Because Card's been around for a while. Card's been around for about 6 years now, which is not a long, long time. But when Card first came out, their music, like if you have not listened to Card, please listen to Card. Like they just did a comeback, but Card 5 years ago, like Card, like I put it on my community tab. I'm like, Card was doing like Latin hip hop. They was doing grown and sexy. They was doing grown and sexy 5 years ago. So they attracted. I like the K-pop era when K-pop was grown and sexy. Now I may be a casual K-pop fan in BTS Army. Like I love BTS. I love XG. But K-pop, to me, my problem with K-pop these days is that the TikTok generation has taken the grown and sexy out of K-pop. If y'all know who Taemin is, please look up Taemin. Only if you grown. Like Taemin, like I missed that era. I missed the Taemin era. When Taemin was up here talking about Red, when he was talking about some other stuff, when Taemin was talking about, I'm going to have you tonight and it's going to be, I like the grown and sexy. I'm grown. I like to be grown and sexy. I miss Big Bang. I miss that whole grown and sexy era. When I told you when they was talking about Dr. Feel Good, Dr. Feel Good, when they was talking when the girls was strutting around in the heels and little short, like I miss the variety in K-pop. Now it's all like sanitized. Like dudes can't even like wear a see-through shirt in K-pop. Like I'm upset. I was like, they can't. It's so conservative now in K-pop. The dudes can't even show no chest. I'm like, do y'all know, like back in 2010, between 2010 and 2014, do y'all know it was all kinds of things popping off in K-pop? I mean, you had Big Bang, they walking around with no shirts on, they was wearing makeup, they was dressing like women. Like, I mean, what happened with K-pop groups dressed like women? Like, they had men dressing like women, they had boys dressing, they had girls dressing like little boys. Like, it was on and popping back in K-pop. Like, they were more avant-garde and more risk-taking. Now it is so like for the TikTok generation, and now it's for little girls. It's really like little girl. Like, K-pop is so little girlified now. Now you have Illit and New Jeans, which is not my aesthetic of music. I can't do the TikTok, 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 the TikTok. No, I like Illit. Don't get me wrong. And nothing against them, but that kind of music is not my kind of music. It's music for little kids. And if you're a little kid, that's fine. But I want variety. Like some of that is good, but I like BTS because BTS has variety. They have music talking about love and about relationships and about loving yourself and about hating yourself. And then they have like the whole rap line and the rap era. And then they like BTS. They had like all that people see BTS a lot of times with Dynamite and Butter, but I'm like, BTS has a whole variety of music before Dynamite and Butter. BTS had a whole like hip hop, hard hip hop. BTS has ciphers. They had ciphers with Suga was talking about using his tongue to make you do certain things I'm not gonna bring up. But that Cypher 3 is my favorite. So BTS had like a whole like grown era in a variety. They have pop, they have Latin, they have hip hop. BTS, they have rock, they have rock pop, they have something for everybody. So if you don't like this album, you go to this era. If you don't like the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, personally, is my thing. I like Black Swan. That whole Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Black Swan, ciphers. Y'all know I'm a rap girl, so I like the rap line. So I like hip hop music. So BTS has something for everybody. But a lot of these K-pop groups are just one note, and I can see why BTS Army just likes BTS. A lot of y'all, because BTS, you know, they are like, to me, the epitome of what K-pop should be. But now K-pop is so formulaic. No, Kitty. K-pop is so formulaic now, and I mean, I'm not trying to drag nobody because K-pop singers work hard. But to me, K-pop people are entertainers. Y'all understand what I'm saying? They're entertainers now. They're not musicians. They're not artists. They people who are good on stage. They're people who look good, who dress good, and they're entertainers. They're not artists. And I like my music to be more of an artistry. I like my K-pop singers who write their own music and do, like TXT writes a lot of their music and produces their music. They have talented people. But a lot of K-pop groups are very like formula. It's just, let's copy this group and let's copy that group and copy this group. See, this is why my cat can't be loud in here. This is why you're not allowed in here, Kitty. Because every time you come in here, I get on live stream and that's why my cat's not allowed in here. Because I do live streams and he act crazy. And normally he just sits here. When I'm working, he sits there. When I'm watching BTS videos, he watches BTS videos. When I do a live stream, he's like, I'm gone. He at the door right now. He acting bad. He doing bad things. But I mean, to me, K-pop has become very formulaic. It has become very like, there's always been a theater to K-pop. K-pop has been very smoke and mirrors and theater and cultural appropriation and copying Black music and pop music in America. It's always been that. But however, it's not to the point where it's like, it's not even innovative anymore. It's just kind of like, let's just copy like Black groups from the 90s. Let's copy TLC. And I'm just like, okay, can we just change it up a little bit? They're not even trying to switch it up a little bit. Y'all hold on, give me a minute. I got to get my cat up out of here. I'm going to grab my cat. He's going to appear on camera. And then he's going to get the F up out of here. Come on, kitty. Come on. Come on, kitty. Look, why you have to be so bad? Is that you want to be on camera? Is that it? Is it you want to be on camera? Do you want to be on camera? Wave. Look. He's being bad. Don't let that face fool you. Look, he's being bad, y'all. He's just being bad. Look, he waved y'all. Look at his face. He doesn't like the bright lights. I'm sorry, kitty. Oh, the bright lights. Oh, the bright lights. But this is my cat. Look how big he is. Look, he likes to eat. Oh, Mickey. Say bye, Mickey. Bye. Bye, Mickey. I'm kicking. You got to get up out of here. Because you just being bad. You all in my bathroom. That's why we can't have nice things. That's why I didn't know he was in here. He had snuck underneath my bed and fell asleep, and I didn't know he was in here. So he was underneath my bed talking about, y'all see my ATEEZ fan? This is my ATEEZ fan I got. You know, when y'all go to K-pop concerts, you get VIP tickets. Do you know they give you swag bags? Like, I have gotten VIP tickets from other musics, other groups, non-K-pop, and like you don't get as much stuff. When I went to ATEEZ, we got VIP tickets. We got a whole swag bag full of stuff. But yeah, Kitty, he just needs some attention. He needs something. He needs Jesus. No, he need help. Okay, because every time I'm in here, my cat he just start acting crazy. Like I don't even understand. I don't get it. Like normally he just lays here and lays next to me when watching TV anytime. But the moment I'm on live, like he was like he's on my dresser, he's on my entertainment center. He's trying to get in the bathroom. He in the bathroom chewing on my shower curtain. I'm just sitting there like going, what in the I'm saying literally he jumped from my bed to on the dresser to the entertainment center. He was in the entertainment center and he don't never do that. Every time I get on live, the cat jumps and then he'll be on my nightstand. He'll jump up here. I'm like, why? Normally he don't do that. Child, he been asleep for like an hour underneath my bed. And the moment I get on live, he's like, oh, you on live? Let me go out here and be bad. I don't know what's wrong with my cat, but he had to go. He out there. I'm like, go in there, go bother my daughter. He wants to be part of the live stream. I guess he wants to be something. Be like, look what I can do. I'm like, Kitty, I'm not putting you he'd be bad. Like who jumps on my dresser? Like he's just like, look at me, I'm on your dresser. Look at me, I'm chewing on stuff. I was like, what? Like I just be so confused. It's just anyway, but yeah, K-pop concerts, they give you like this big, if you get VIP tickets, they give you this big swag bag, right? Full of good stuff. Like I got a charger, I got this ATEEZ fan, I got jewelry, I got a whole bunch of stuff. So I never knew that like concerts would be giving away like swag bags and stuff. I don't know if they do that at Beyonce concerts or anything, but concerts I've been to, they've never given swag bags to, to the people who buy VIP tickets. Do y'all know that? Have y'all been to concerts, other non-K-pop concerts? Do they give y'all like goodies and stuff? Whenever I never known that. So I don't know. The last concerts I went to, they was like hip hop concerts and they don't give you nothing. Even if you buy VIP tickets or front row tickets, they don't give you nothing. Like I said earlier, my experiences of concerts as going to hip hop concerts, going to R&B concerts, going to R&B festivals, going to twerk offs or whatever. Like the concerts and places I've gone to, like I've been to Zero concerts, I've been to Nelly Choppa concerts, I've been to Snoop Dogg concert. Where I went to Snoop Dogg concert, I was so high. I was like in a Snoop Dogg concert like this. I was like, I mean, not that I do anything, but just the smoke that was in there. I don't do no kind of illegal substances, but the smoke in the room. Like we went to this venue at a Snoop Dogg concert. I never forget. I was sitting there like, oh my god. But all the concerts I've been to, like it was never like, we getting swag bags and like people in the audience are giving out gifts. When you go to K-pop concerts, people will give you bracelets, they will give you gifts, they will pass out things. People will pass out food. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. K-pop fans are just, I think this is like a culture, like a traditional thing. Like I've never really looked into, I'm gonna do a whole video about K-pop concerts because a lot of people who've never been to a K-pop concert, y'all don't really know what goes on at a K-pop concert, and it is on and popping. It is live. People will dance in the aisles. There's yelling and screaming, of course, throughout people singing. But I couldn't imagine what a BTS concert must be. It must be a real sense of community and belonging going to a K-pop concert. And on top of that, free stuff. Like I came home with the ATEEZ concert, a bag full of stuff. bracelets, necklaces. Like people are advertising their YouTube channels, right? Their Oh, my internet connection. People are advertising their channels. So they'll make bracelets and keychains and they'll hand it to people and they'll have like their YouTube channel or Instagram channel on there. They'd be like, here. And then that's how they advertise or people like make jewelry or sell products. And so they pass out freebies to people as a way of marketing. Like it's genius. I was like, I'm going to do that. So the next concert I go to, I'm going to make up a whole bunch of stuff and just go around and passing out stuff so people can go to my channel. And I was like, I guess if it works, it works. But this happens at K-pop concerts all the time. Like I was amazed that people were like passing out. They pass out little photo cards. They pass those out too. They're like, here. And they just pass out photo cards. People will buy merchandise and they'll get like more than one. Like this lady gave my sister-in-law like this whole like fan thing, like this big thing, and she was like, "Oh, I accidentally bought more than one. Here, you want this one?" I was like, "Okay." Make the marketing moves. Heck yeah! I was like, "Dang!" But yeah, people just are nice and they just pass out stuff to you even for free. Like nothing. Just there's people that just. I guess this is like a K-pop tradition. Like I guess they have a really very festival. It's a very festival atmosphere at a K-pop concert. So I guess that's what I said. I can say because I've been to a lot of festivals. And like I said, I've never experienced anything like it at a K-pop concert. I would tell everybody to go to a K-pop concert at least once, because it's an experience that even if you don't like the music, the experience is live and lit. Like to hear all these girls screaming to see all the people walk around and people walk around in costumes. Like I was like, I don't know if this is a sci-fi convention. Is it a Freaknik? I don't know what it is. But it's just to see people walking around wearing costumes and dressed in their favorite era and people passing out freebies. It's a very party kind of atmosphere, especially when you get to the grown folks groups. Like BTS is a grown folks group. BTS is in their 30s. So most of their fans are around their ages. And so when people think of BTS, they think of a bunch of teenagers. And I'm like, no, most of BTS fans are like 25 and up. Like they grown or even older. BTS has a bunch of 40-year-old fans because they were listening to the music 10 years ago when they were 20. So now they like 30, some of them 30, 35. So yeah, BTS been around for 13 years, y'all. They've really been in it. So they're not a new teeny bopper K-pop group. I love when people pass August. Is that when you went to the August D-Day? Oh, you know what, Gwendolyn? Don't come up here talking about you went to the August D-Day film. Oh my God. The people were passing out gifts the August D-Day film. I didn't even get a chance to see the D-Day film because I wasn't a BTS fan then. Like I go back and watch this stuff on the internet and I'm like, like where was I? I was like, oh, that's right. You weren't a K-pop fan then. My mom's so new to K-pop fandom, but it's fun. And like I said, I am a casual K-pop fan. So it's not just BTS 24/7, but it's BTS 23/7. Like I leave an hour in there but I do go and see what's going on in the K-pop world. And I am familiar with a lot of different groups because I like good music. Like I like music. I don't stay in a particular group really, really. I like, besides BTS, I like music. So if you got a good song, I'm be like, oh, that's a good song. And then I'll be like, who does that song? Like, I'll be like, who is that? And then I'll go and look it up. But I don't really stand groups especially girl groups. I don't understand the point in girl groups. I don't understand the point. You met ladies in their 60s? Oh, wow. Yeah, there's all kinds of people. It was like a documentary film. Yeah, I've seen it on Disney Plus. I watch it every other day, Gwendolyn. Don't judge me. You're like, it's a D-Day film. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm slightly familiar with that. I may watch that film every other day. I don't know. Gwendolyn, don't tell nobody. AK, who is my K-pop crush? K-pop girl crush. It would be Amber of FX. That's my girl crush. You know what? Gwendolyn says she's not going to judge me that I'll watch D-Day like every other day. It's fine. This is fine. But yeah, Amber FX is my girl crush, K-pop girl crush. One. There's some others too. I like Sakura of LE SSERAFIM. I like her. Sakura of LE SSERAFIM. And I like IU. I love IU. Like IU, I love IU is like the Whitney Houston of K-pop, right? IU is like she's been around a long time. So she's kind of like the Beyonce. I would say not Whitney Houston because she's not that old. IU is like the Beyonce of K-pop. Like she's been around a long time. She's really popular. She's an actress. She's like up in she's like a legend in K-pop, and she still comes out with music. Like she had the number one song like 7 months ago. Like she did a video with V that was like, and that song was like number one for a long time on the K-pop charts. So she's kind of like the Beyonce of K-pop. IU. IU is very good. You're not into K-pop? I'm not into girls. You know, I love IU. IU has a big following. You don't like any of them K-pop groups. You prefer solos like IU and Jessie. K-pop groups, the only K-pop group I like is XG, really. Like Le Sserafim, I like their songs off their last album. Like I like Smarter, Baby, Smarter, Smart. And I love Easy. Easy was like, I would say Easy is my favorite song of 2024. Easy is my favorite song. Like Easy was such my favorite song. Like I had it as my ringtone. Like Easy to me is a perfect like R&B girl group song. If you have not heard Easy by Le Sserafim, like you hear it, especially if you're American and you like hip hop and R&B, you will hear that song and you be like, that's TLC. You be like, you can hear like some of every girl group that you grew up with in Easy by Le Sserafim. Like, like you hear the song and you be like, yeah, I can hear it. And I like a good R&B song. I love a good R&B song. But like Smarter was very like Caribbean kind of thing. And then Easy, I love Easy. Like I listened to Easy the other day in the car. I'll be like, do, do, do. Like the way it start out, way Easy starts out. I was like, what is this? I knew it was a banger when it started. When it starts out, when Easy hits, you know it's a banger. Like I was like, it started out at do 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 do. I was like, oh, here we go. And she kiss me. Like, yeah, you just knew it. You I was like, this is a banger. When it hit, you knew it was a banger. I said, this is a banger. And then when the Seraphim did oh baby, it's got me crazy. Get like boom boom boom, get like boom boom boom. I was like, that sounded like some kind of like electronic house, Chicago house music that I was like, oh girl, it took me back. I was like, it was like 1998 and I was like, that whole beat, get it like boom boom boom, get it like boom boom boom. Oh, I wish for what's forbidden. I was like, oh, I wish for what's forbidden, girl. Me too, girl. Like that whole song, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, girl. I was like, grab me the glow sticks, the booty shorts, and the wedges, girl. And the fringe top, girl. It was 1998 with that song. I was like, oh, this is my jam. I said, this is me back in the day. I'm like, hey. I was like, so I like Le Sserafim. Whoever produced their last album is basically like, living my best life. Like, I love all that. Are you from the Caribbean? Oh, yeah. I like Smarter, Baby, Smart. And then they were whining. I said, are they whining it up? Smarter, baby, smarter, baby, smarter. I said, oh, no, they whining. I was like, oh. My ancestors are from the Caribbean. My family's from the Caribbean. My deep ancestors. They even have a Caribbean name, like a Blackman. Hey, Blackman. That's my family's name on my dad's side, Blackman. Hey, Blackman. They like, it's a long story. But yeah, definitely from the Caribbean, But they were too stiff. Marilyn, stop, leave them alone. Smarter, baby, smarter. Guilty by Taemin. Y'all know Taemin is grown people music. Taemin whole thing is grown folks. I was watching Taemin. I didn't know who Taemin was until literally 7 months ago. And I sat there and watched like all of his videos and was just like my jaw dropped to the floor because I was like, Taemin, you guilty. I'm guilty. Taemin talking about sexy in the air. I was like, Is it Taman? Is it sexy in the air? Like y'all, Taman is like the king of like the smutty R&B music, like the steamy R&B music that I like. You know, that's some baby making music. Like, Taman didn't cause the population to rise in a few places because Taman is baby making music. Like it's the kind of stuff you put on when you know you sitting around with your girl or your man at night and you just like let's put that Taman in. And so, you know, Taman is like that smutty R&B music that I like, that's sultry, like, you know, and then the way he be doing his videos and you just be confused, you be sitting there going, yeah, that whole dance was, woo. Yeah, Taman is a very sexual, smoldering kind of K-pop singer, grown, and that I love. Like I love Taman. You know, I love it. I actually love it. Like he kind of got a Jimin vibe, but then I really, like I said, and then Taman dance, and I love a K-pop singer that can really dance. And there's not many K-pop singers that can really dance. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion about girl groups. To me, girl groups can't dance. I said what I said. I said what I said. Girl groups can't dance. Most of them are up here like. Girl, y'all know them girl groups be up there talking about. I'm just like, girl, you okay? girl, you good? Like, I don't know. I don't. A lot of the girls can't dance. Like they can. Like, yes, that's an unpopular opinion. Look, even Marilyn said it. That's why she. That's why I don't like girl groups either. We put that out to the. Yeah, some of it is the choreography for girl groups is made to look cutesy and feminine, and then for the boys, it's more hard hitting. But I don't like that. Like I understand it's the choreography. That's why I don't like girl groups. But I do like XG. Like XG, they really be dancing. They got some. They got two real dancers in their group. Real dance, like like girls who were dancers before they not good singer, but they dancers. So XG, I've said it before. XG to me is the heir apparent of BTS. To me, XG, if they keep going, they're young group, young girl group, but they're real hip hop. They have a real hip hop flavor. If their label don't go in there and mess them up, but they have the potential to be the next BTS. But girl groups, girl, I can't. I'm just like, okay, girl, like what? And I like La Seraphim because they actually like dance in their videos. You know, they actually have like innovative like dance moves, you know, and voguing and stuff like that. But most of these girl groups, if you watch them, I'm just like Baby Monster, they're cute and everything. Like Blackpink, they Blackpink are hit and miss. They have some songs where they dance really good, but Lisa, I like Lisa because she the dancer. But these, especially these recent girl groups, can't nobody tell me that New Jeans know how to dance. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Go. Nobody tell me about no New Jeans dancing. The sweetest gay, the sweetest gay. Now that I have found you, I'm like, girl, no, that's not it for me. That's not, you know, that's not no. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm like, oh, okay. Yup, yo, well, I'm like, I'm good. I don't like groups that don't dance. I just in these girl groups, I'm just like, no. And then, like I said, a lot of times it's not their fault. It's the choreography. It's the choreography made to be like, God knows, like Kepler. Let me stop. I like Beehive. I like her because Kai is her brother. Kai from TXT, his sister's in a girl group called Kepler. And so I support Kepler only because of his sister Beehive, but that's it. But Kepler, Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Them Kepler videos, I'm like, girls, ladies, I know y'all trying, but tippy tap, tippy tap, 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 tippy tap, tippy tap, tip, tap, 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 tap. It's too much of that. Too much posing, too much voguing. That's why I don't do girl groups. It's just it bores me to tears. I'm just like, what? And then the stuff that they be singing about. And then I've said this before in my other videos. You know how these girl groups, they try to keep these girl groups as young as possible, right? The trainees are getting younger and younger for girl groups in particular, period, but in particular. And then I hate their girl groups. They'll be like 19, 20 years old and they still wearing like schoolgirl outfits and they still running around looking like little girls, having them like doing like really cutesy concepts. But the boys, the moment the boys hit 18, shit, they like body rolling, the boys. I'm like, oh, we do. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay, they grown now. Like the moment the boys hit 18, it's body rolls for everybody. It is body rolls. It's tongue out. It's grabbing the crotch. I'm like, moment the moment the boys hit 18. Is crotch grabbing and hip thrusting for everybody. You get a hip thrust. 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 Like the moment they hit 18, it's like they have an album talk about schoolgirl crushes, and by the time they go away and they come back and all of them are 18 and 19, it is time for the man's sexy era. I was like, oh, I guess they was talking about going to school and they had a crush and they wanted, oh, okay, that's over with. Oh, whoa, oh. Now they talking about tying people up. I was like, oh my God. It's done with. Like that's done. Like they like no, but the girls, they'll be on this little girl shit for forever. I just be like, y'all still talking about y'all little girls? Like, ain't y'all about 25 now? Like, what? Y'all 25, ladies, and they still be on this same aesthetic, this same like little girl pastel. Like they still be like, like, ain't you 25, ma'am? Ain't you 30? Yeah. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, because they gotten rid of a lot of the sexy era for the grown and sexy era for women is dead in K-pop. Like it's dead. And I'm just praying that one day I'll live to see it revived again because it's dead. It's all cutesy pastel. They still wearing gym outfits and schoolgirl skirts at 25. And I'm just like, y'all want to keep these women and it really, to be honest with you, it's kind of gross. Like if you really think about it, like if you really, because I let my mind go there, it's really kind of gross. It's real gross. Like it's kind of for men to really oogle at, and I understand it's marketing for the younger TikTok generation, but it's just I noticed that the women don't ever get a chance to really kind of be grown, and it's kind of gross, and it gives me a weird, nasty feeling. Like it's just gross. I'm just like they can't be like grown women. Like they ain't got to be going around wearing like hoochie shorts and nothing like that. But I'm like I want to see them as more mature women. Like I don't want to see them as little running around in little schoolgirl outfits at 25. Like to me, that's just kind of gross to me. I'm just like, okay, y'all want to keep these women looking like they're young, and they do look young. Don't get me wrong; they're gorgeous and beautiful, and they do look young. But it's just the idea that trying to keep women, maybe it's just me. It leaves me with a bad feeling. I don't like grown women going around looking like they little girls. Like I don't want little girls to be in K-pop, but I really don't want grown women looking like little girls. It just gives me a real bad like, what are we doing? The little girl thing is the aesthetic for the little girl thing is just perverted. It is. It's just weird that the men get to be grown, that they get to grow up. ATs when they started out like almost 10 years ago, they had a whole different like boy next door aesthetic. They all go through that. And same thing with BTS. They started one way and then they evolved as they've gotten older. But it's just like girl groups, like even with like girl groups like Red Velvet, who've been around for a long time, they still kind of have like that soft girl, like, innocent girl aesthetic. And I'm like, Red Velvet been around for a long time, and they like in their 30s. They've been as around as long as BTS, and they're talented. I mean, but they still gotta look like little girls. I'm just like, okay. Like y'all still gotta have like that real soft, girlfriend aesthetic. That's what they call it. I guess that's what they call it. But I'm just like, can't Red Velvet just be grown women? Like they like in their 30s. Like Red Velvet is like in their late 20s, early 30s now. You know. And when they came out, when they first came out, like they did Psycho, it like 7 years ago when they did like Red Flavor and Psycho, they were grown women. But now it's like, okay, we back to them looking like little girls. I'm just like, oh, okay. It's like, and Irene, and I love her, and I love Wendy and Irene, but I'm like, Irene, baby, you 30. You too young to be looking, you too old to be looking like this. Like, I understand that marketing and this is what sells, but I guess and I'm a Westerner, so it's different than in Korea. But I get so sad that like I'm sure these women want to be women. These women got husbands and boyfriends and girlfriends, and they just want to go. They living their best grown life, okay. But then when they do music videos, they up here looking like a 17-year-old. I'm just like, ugh. They're like, yeah, they get to be women. The girl thing, it's weird. It gives me a very ick, especially in K-pop, where they won't let women be women. Like it's just like we have to make them as younger as possible because that's the aesthetic that sells in Korea. And it's just like I just find it weird. And then like, and the thing about it is I find it weird because it didn't 15 years ago, it didn't used to be like this. So the theory is that I've seen in the video is because of two reasons why it's like that now in K-pop. Number one, they started to appeal to more to young people. Like they started to skew younger and younger and younger and younger as time went on. So I agree with that because the TikTok and social media changed K-pop a lot. So it started to skew more younger. But then the other thing I never thought about is that K-pop started to appeal to Western audiences. So the theory is that somebody has in a video is that K-pop started to appeal to a Western audience. And so a lot of the kooky, weird cultural things that were in K-pop kind of like disappeared. And so with the younger audience, and then things started to change, and it became a more sanitized version of K-pop because they tried to sell and market to as many people in the West as possible. And the road to that is for is to market to young people. So I like that made a lot of sense. I was like, I could see why it became very sanitized because they're trying to market as many people as possible. So it's easier for them to market to, young people and be just very bland, very, very bland. Because K-pop, like I said, back in the day was very innovative. And now it's like a bunch of Western producers now in K-pop. And it wasn't like that a long time ago either. I think that's another reason why the music has changed. I think because they brought in, like all these companies started bringing in Western producers and writers. Um, like within the past 10 years it's been like that, but 15 years ago it wasn't like that. Like they started bringing in all these people from the West, and so the music has changed. The aesthetic of the music, they a lot like we had a bunch of fun K-pop groups back in the day, like a bunch of kitschy and fun, and they don't have kitschy and fun anymore. Like I remember when K-pop used to be kind of fun. We had all these really weird groups singing about like, kind of like Super Tuna Gin kind of stuff. We used to have a bunch of groups that would sing about like, weird stuff like that. And so that's kind of been drummed out. They didn't took the fun out of K-pop too. Like some of the K-pop had, funny. I like funny groups. I like the kitschy stuff, and they kind of took all that away because their goal is in K-pop is to sell in the West. That's the biggest goal now. Is to sell in the West. All these groups want to be BTS. They all want to be. They all want to be as big as BTS. And so their goal is to make money in the West because that's where the money is at. Um, and so I just think like that. I could talk for ages. I'll probably do a video about the history of the K-pop industry, how it's so changed. And I mean, I know industry changes, music has changed even in the West, but it's just like, it's just like I just same thing, same problems I have with the West. I hope because I stopped listening to Western music years ago. Like I tell you, I gave up on Western music. Like there's certain songs that I like that come out, but honestly, I gave up on Western music probably about 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, I gave up on Western music. It all started to sound the same. It all started to run together. Um, and like I said, I like my raunchy, ratchet music in spurts, but all of it became raunchy and ratchet. And so I was just kind of like, okay, all of it just started to run together. And so I gave up on Western music and started to listen to more like music from like Africa, music from Japan and stuff like that, and Taiwan and stuff like that. So I wasn't into K-pop, but I was into like hip hop music from other places because everything just started to run together like it did. Like, see, barely know, like, and then to me, like the more talented artists were all overseas. Like all of the talent was overseas. And the same thing today. There are so many talented artists overseas, like that are not in the United States. So I stopped listening to Western. I stopped listening to Western radio about 4 or 5 years ago. I gave up. I stopped listening to Western radio. I tuned it out and I just started listening to stuff that I wanted to listen to because it just got to be too much. It just got to be ratchet, unoriginal, tasteless. Yeah, they lost the grown and sexy vibe. It is too much into the ratchetness. And I like my ratchet music. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna defend ratchetness a little bit, in doses. But it's not something I want to listen to all day, all day. I want to hear about, yo pee and sex. I don't want to hear about that all the time. Like that's good in doses. But if all the music became like that, I'm just like, okay, there's no variety in Westernized music. Then on top of that, Western pop music has changed. It started to be a little younger. It started to skew a little youngish for the TikTok generation. So songs became shorter. I remember when songs were like, y'all remember when songs was like 5 minutes? Y'all remember when songs had real choruses and bridges? Y'all remember when people had a whole instrumental in the middle of the song? You be listening to a song and the whole and you be listening to the song and the instrumental will break down. It be like dun, 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 dun. You was like like the whole in the middle of the song would be a whole like dance break in the middle of the song. Y'all remember when songs had dance breaks in the middle of the song when they had whole bridges? Now songs don't they barely even have a chorus anymore. Not even a bridge. They'll just repeat the same phrase over and over again for about 2 minutes, and you be like, "That's a song." Like, oh, okay. I guess like I remember when songs actually had like was 5 minutes. Now songs are like 2 minutes 30 because they trying to get played on TikTok. They trying to get on reels, and so now the songs are shorter. Now the songs don't have bridges. They don't have dance breaks. They don't have a guitar solo. They don't have none of that. I'm like, damn! I remember back in the day when songs had guitar solos. When songs had a whole part where you'd break it down and be like, okay. AK said it's low key given the 80s. There were so many artists from across the pond back then, and it's circled back around. Except now it's K-pop instead of pop rock. Yeah, now it's K-pop is the international thing. But I'm like, I just want music to be music, not like now music is heavily marketed. Now music is marketing. Now it's like, how can we take this artist, group, or singer and market them to as many people as we can? And then we're gonna take, and then then like I said, don't even get me started on how the music industry anoints certain people. Like if you a K-pop fan, especially a BTS army, y'all already know. Y'all seen the videos. Y'all know how they be doing BTS. Y'all know that they created whole K-pop categories in music. Let me say it for the people in the back. They created whole ass K-pop categories on Spotify, on Billboard, and on award shows because of BTS because they don't want BTS to compete with Western artists. And that's just the truth. They before BTS, there was no K-pop categories. BTS came around, they're like, oh no, 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 we gotta stop this. K-pop category. I'm like, what? Yup, Jungkook K-pop award. You'll win the Billboard awards, and we gonna create like 5 separate K-pop categories. So we just gonna keep y'all over there. They did it on Spotify. They do it everywhere. They do it. They did it on iTunes. They got K-pop categories now because they didn't want BTS to compete. When BTS became as big as they was, the music industry got scared, panicked, froze up, died, fried, flipped, and they was like, "Oh no, we can't have this." Like, yeah, they don't want the competition. AK said one of my favorite videos of all time is November Rain. I love November Rain. That song wouldn't even exist now. That song wouldn't even exist now. That video wouldn't even exist now. Even that video was like a epic. Was an epic rock anthem. That wouldn't even exist now. I told my son about that. I was like, listen to November Rain. Go ahead. You can thank me later. You can thank me later. Because that song is epic. Like, that song is epic. Like, they wouldn't even exist. Hi. Do I know Eunice? Is that a girl group? I'm not a girl group person. Spotify, tunes, Max out. All the music platforms have K-pop categories now. Because again, like I said, with Jungkook and Jimin, who have outsold, who have made westernized music look sick. Like I have to tell people, or I tell my kids in school them. I tell my kids, I had to snatch my kids up, snatch their wig real quick. I'm like, Jimin, Billboard, Spotify, look. They be like, man, Jimin. I'm like, Jimin BTS. I'm like, Jimin BTS what? Man, he's not on the Billboard. Go look it up. Here they on their phone. They like, oh. I'm like, I'm going to need an apology. Because they don't believe in it. And I'm like, baby, just because they not talking about it on social media, because they shade BTS at any time possible. Because anytime BTS do something, they try to downplay it. But like, my kids know the Rose song. They know at the app, they know that song. And I'm like, okay, the only reason people know that song the way they do is because Bruno Mars. And I'm not trying to shade Rose, because Rose is my girl. And I absolutely love her with her cute little self. But to be honest with you, the only reason that song got as popular as it did is because damn Bruno Mars is on the song. And I'm not saying, I don't like the song, it's not my aesthetic, and I'm not taking anything away from the song. But anytime you collaborate with the Western artist, you're going to get eyeballs and you're going to get attention. But the fact that Jimin's Who has outstripped and outsold and won all these awards, and there's crickets, that I have to tell people, go look at the Billboard, go look at the charts. And people are shocked. They're like, why haven't I heard that Jimin? I told my kids, I'm like, how long has Who been on the charts on Billboard? Weeks and weeks and months and months and months and months and months and weeks and months and weeks. How many awards have Jimin won? Lots. In different countries. Japan, everywhere. Like Jungkook, how many what? Like, the only reason a lot of the reason why Jungkook's songs got a lot of play is because he had Lotto and Jack Harlow, because he collaborated. And Jungkook was genius for that. Because he knew that's to get to Western audiences is to collaborate. That's how that's one way. The music has to be good. What did I get for Christmas? I got BTS stuff. I even got we even got a sugar scooter. I'm gonna re-unbox this stuff and put it on my shorts, but I got a BTS. Yeah, RM and Suga, they did very well on Billboard and Spotify. Like, my kids, every person I can tell about Suga. I was like, do you not know Suga was in the Rolling Stone? Do you not know Suga was one of the top 10 rap albums of the year? Do you know that no hip hop artist has sold whole ass concerts, has sold and made as much Suga with their D-Day tour? Rappers don't sell a lot. They do small venues. Suga was selling out whole arenas as a hip hop artist. Go back and look it up. It's just fact. Suga was outselling rap artists left and right. There are rap artists that can't even sell out a fucking coffee house. Y'all don't play with me today. Don't play with me today. There are rappers that can't barely even sell tickets to clubs. I know. I've known people that work in the hip hop industry. There are rappers, when they talk about the baby and all that, unless you're Drake or Kendrick Lamar at that level, you're selling out. You barely sell out arenas. I mean, barely. Like, I'm not trying to throw no shade, but it's the truth. Rappers do not sell out arenas. Suga sold out arenas as a rapper. And nobody talks about that. Like his tour and his concert was the #1 hip hop tour of 2023. Like, what are y'all talking about? And nobody would ever know that because they just kind of like, oh, well, it's K-pop, and I'm like, but it's not K-pop. All right. Like they put Jungkook in that K-pop category, even though his whole album is English. Golden is English. How's Golden a K-pop album? Billboard. The whole album is in English. English. Yeah, Suga added days to the tour because his tour, it was such a demand for it. And the only reason Suga had to stop is because he had to go. He went to the military in September. That's the only reason. He would have done. He would have toured a lot longer and sold them all out. Yeah, BTS has won thousands of awards. They've been on Billboard. They've killed Spotify, iTunes. You would never know it. How they put JK in that K-pop category with an English album? Because they do them do them like that way all the time. I had to school people. I'm telling you, I got some Suga haters in my life. AK, I had to school Dick Grimes the other day. Cause he be hating on Suga all the time. He be hating on my boy. He be like, Suga, I was like, go look it up. He was like, man, ain't no way. He's like, man, he's like, oh yeah. Cause he's a rap person. He's a hip hop person. Dick Grimes, yes, Dick Grimes, AK, Dick Grimes. If you know, you know. Anyway, so what we're talking about is my ex loves rap and loves hip hop. He's a rap hip hop person. He hates Suga. Not hate. Hate is a strong word. But he gets annoyed by the whole BTS thing. Okay, it's my ex. He gets annoyed. Y'all understand. If you know, you know. So he gets annoyed by the whole BTS thing. He hates BTS, especially Suga, because he knows Suga's my bias, and I listen to Suga all the time. And I had to school him. I was like, okay, what's the #1 rap concert? He was like, I don't know. Kendrick Lamar. No, Suga. Who's in the top 10 Rolling Stone rap albums? I don't know. He started naming people. I'm like, no. Look it up. He looked Rolling Stone. He's like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, Suga. So you gonna put respect on his name. You gonna put respect on BTS's name. Like, period. And people don't. And people, you know, I talked about it in my last video. People act like BTS starting like becoming the reason why Hybe is even the success what it is. People just kind of skip over that. Like what? And I said it before in my video before. What K-pop group has started their own record label? What artist? What K-pop group? What singer? Name me one besides BTS that their success allowed a whole ass record label to start. It has never happened. Sony, Warner Brothers, Geffen, SM, YG, JYP, none of these industries, record labels and entertainment conglomerates were started by one group. None of these were. It was always like them getting seed money, them getting money, them getting in certain artists that became popular, but not one group, one artist, one singer has started a whole record label. A&M Records, Sony, Geffen, Universal, all these things were started by corporate shills or corporate people, or they were started with investors' money, or people invested and they decided to start a record label and sign groups. BTS is the only group that has ever really like started a whole label. Like, because of their success and and what they've done, and of course the people who work in Hybe and Big Hit. Without BTS, Big Hit wouldn't and Hybe wouldn't be around. And people sneeze at that. I'm like, what group is starting record labels? If it was that simple, groups would be doing it left and right. If it was that easy to have your success start a record label, then groups will be doing it every day. And groups have not done it every day. BTS is the only group that's done that. And people don't realize that it takes a lot of money and a lot of ingenuity and a lot of things to come together to start a record label. And so the idea that people just kind of like, BTS, and I'm just like, what you mean BTS? I said, who else is gonna be like, well, our company is owed to this group. BTS is the only person in any industry, any entertainment industry that I know of, where their success started a whole business where they're employing hundreds, possibly thousands of people. Because people work at Hybe, Pletus, Black Label, all these little subsidiary, Adore that Hybe has, it's the house that BTS built. It's what they built. Their money and their clout help bring. So all these people complaining, so New Jeans up here, don't even get me started, complaining about their Apple brand deals, or Danielle got an Omega watch deal. I'm like, baby, go sit down, please. You wouldn't have an Apple deal. You wouldn't have an Omega deal. If you wouldn't have those Samsung, those good Samsung deals. If it wasn't for BTS getting these deals first and having relationships, they wouldn't have Gucci and Valentino and Prada. How would y'all have these deals without BTS? Y'all wouldn't. So before any rookie girl group up here complaining about some video or some brand deal that they didn't get, I'm like, you wouldn't have that deal if BTS. You wouldn't even be with a company right now where they invested $5 million in you if BTS didn't pave the way for you. So, the fact that everybody just kind of like overlooks that, like, okay, like you just get to come and complain about stuff. No, you don't. You get to complain about what brand deals you got or what kind of money you getting when, girl, you a 2-year-old girl group. Yeah, like really, like you didn't done something big. Like you just didn't, like you didn't went on world tour. What world tour has New Jeans going on? None, zero, nada. They ain't sold out no arenas and no stadiums. So I need y'all to put some respect on their name. Like acknowledge, people don't ever want to acknowledge BTS. I didn't know that this was a thing. Like there's so much BTS hate. I didn't realize that was a thing. Like I said, me being new to all this, I didn't know that people was actively hating on BTS like they were. I was like, who would hate like on BTS? They just sing Dynamite and they sing better. And they looking cute. Like who would hate on some cute guys singing about happy shit? But then I realized like, oh, they really hate, y'all really, they really hate them like that. I was like, they're a boy group. Like who's hating on a musical? Oh my God. It's a level of unrecognition and hate that I can imagine what BTS has to go through, like on their own personal life level. Like people were talking about like them dating and stuff. I couldn't imagine being BTS trying to date y'all. Like I'm just gonna keep it real. Like because I would be so paranoid that everybody was gunning for me. Like I would suspect everybody of trying to come for me. Because if they date somebody and it goes wrong, like I would make everybody sign NDAs. But if they date somebody and go wrong, they're going to drag them for filth. Like they're going to drag the hell out of them. Like they're going to put stuff out and try to ruin their careers. Like some of this BTS hate, like I have my own, I'm going to tell y'all, I have my own conspiracy theories regarding the BTS hate. Like I have my own theories. One of my conspiracy theories is that some of this BTS hate is started by like exes who've had to sign NDAs, and so they can't come out and like actively drag BTS and say things because they've signed NDAs. But I think they get on the internet and they say things bad about BTS because they salty. But that's just my personal opinion. Because I figured like who's gonna be a hater? Like it's gonna be somebody you dated. It's gonna be somebody who's real salty about y'all dating, y'all broke up. But that's my unconfirmed BTS conspiracy theory. I have several, but my unconfirmed conspiracy theory is that a lot that BTS have dated people, and some of these people, the way to get at them, I think that I mean, granted, there's antis out there because they belong to other fandoms. There's lots of that, but my unconfirmed theory is that some of this is people who have had dealings with BTS, either business wise. And maybe, it's just human beings. I'm not blaming BTS for anything. It's just human beings that deals have gone salty. And I think that the people know that they can't say anything. So I think that they go out and they spread rumors about them because they're upset about either a business deal going bad or a love relationship going bad. And so people get online. And the reason why I say this, The reason why I say this is because I know somebody who was in the industry, not the Korean industry, but the American music industry, and his ex-wife used to get online. Well, she still does. I don't know if she still does, but I know for a fact that his ex-wife used to get online and chat rooms and stuff and discredit him all the time. His ex-wife used to do this all the time. And granted, some of it was warranted, but did not really. But she would go like, okay, it's a long story. I'll come on here and tell y'all the story because I used to date a dude that was the lead singer of a rock group that I can't say. Okay. And when I dated him and his ex-wife were been divorced. They have 2 kids together. But I know that his ex-wife used to get online and create multiple accounts and start rumors and say bad, awful things about him. And so that's why I say what I say. So I this is coming from a level of experience. But again, this was in the music industry here in America. But I'm thinking that like people are people, period, and people are petty. And so like I can tell you that his ex-wife spread really hurtful things about him to the media. Like his ex-wife sold stories to tabloids, like to TMZ online. And like she would go into online like Reddit groups and she sold like stories to discredit her ex-husband because she was just mad that they weren't together. I mean, and then he wasn't really taking care of his kids. It's a whole thing. Y'all can do a whole video about that. But he wasn't really taking care of his kids. And I told him that he needed to take care of his kids. And that's one of the reasons why we didn't work out, one of many. But I'll come in here and tell y'all the story of dating someone in the music industry. It was not for the faint of heart. It was not fun. So I can imagine dating BTS would not be fun. I could just imagine. Hybe is now worth $5 billion, and BTS only owns 1.5% of their company. That's less than 10 million, 10 million per member. 10 million per member is a lot. I'm not talking about Hybe ownership. There would be no Hybe Mia Caliente if BTS wasn't around. There'd be no Hybe. There'd be no group. It's beyond ownership. They can own as much as they want to, and $10 million per member, that's yeah, it's a company it's a conglomerate. It's owned by different investors. But BTS, there wouldn't be no Hybe without BTS. It's not like Hybe just sprang up like like instead of BTS. It's not like Hybe just came into being before BTS. No, Hybe came into being after Big Hit and BTS, and they had their money. And then on top of that, when you're talking about ownership, 1.15% may be true, but we don't know what's in the contract of BTS. I keep telling people talk about contracts. I'm like, but we don't know what's in BTS's contract. We may know the ownership what's publicly because you're a publicly traded company, but we don't know what's in BTS's contract. We don't know what's in there. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's something that we don't know. We don't see what's in their contract. I'm almost for certain that BTS probably has a bigger stake in Big Hit that division. They have more of a stake, BTS did say, that's what I'm saying. That people, what I was saying is that people take it for granted that BTS has pretty much started a whole nother, almost like a conglomerate. It'd be like the people who started, like if Hybe keeps growing the way they going, it'd be like as time goes on, if they keep growing and growing and growing and growing, and Hybe wants to be international. They want to be a big fish in a big pond. And I don't know if they're going to be successful at it because they're trying to break into the Western market, like with Cat's Eye and everything like that. So they can try, but they want to be as big as Sony and Warner Brothers. I mean, if you get to that level, like you're big as Universal, Sony, Geffen, then you start having distributor deals. Hello, Benjamin. How are you? Then you start having distribution deals. You're talking about they're being like up there like Samsung, like in LT, like in South Korea wise, like money wise. I'm sure there are a lot of companies that don't want to see that happen. They don't want them to be, oh, okay. Well, thank you, Benjamin. Oh, okay. God bless you too, Benjamin. So I'm sure there's companies out there that don't want to see Hybe to go that big. Because they would almost be like, what do they call it? Chaebols? They'd be like a chaebol. Like when you talk about the big companies in South Korea, if Hybe gets to that level, like the Samsung LT level, that's crazy. That's right. Thank you. That's a half. Yes. And then you got to think of what BTS brings in the terms of cultural exchange. So many people and visitors go tour Korea because of K-pop, and namely because of BTS started that trend of people going to Korea, tourism, people spending money in Korea. That even over here into, do y'all know people here in America are making money off of BTS? In my YouTube shorts, you will see I went to a Korean festival, and at a Korean festival, guess what they're playing? K-pop. They're playing K-pop at a Korean festival. They're playing BTS at a Korean festival in Texas. I live in Texas, baby. There is a huge expat Korean community here. Mm-hmm. There's whole shopping centers full of like Korean stores, and Westerners flock to the K-pop stores. They flock to the K-pop grocery. They flock to the Korean street food. It is like a whole trend thing. So people not only in Korea, but people here in America owe their business to K-pop. There are Korean barbecues springing up all over Texas in my neighborhood. And they owe it to K-pop. If it wasn't that cultural exchange with the West, with BTS, they wouldn't have had these businesses. There are K-pop and boba tea. Y'all don't understand. I live in a small town. We have a boba tea shop here. We have boba. Hello, ecstatic Sarah. Yeah, K-pop would have been nothing without BTS. I wouldn't have a boba. I literally live in a town that's population 5,000. We have a Korean barbecue and a boba tea place here. That just tells you how crazy it is here. We have one grocery store here. We have a Walmart here. That's the only grocery store I have in my town. I live in a small town. We got a Walmart. But we got a Korean and a boba tea place. Matter of fact, we have 2 Korean places in our city. We don't even have a liquor store here. Damn it. But you can get boba tea. Because it's popular. Like if I go outside to the nearest big city, there's Korean places popping up all the time. Like I said, if you look at my playlist, there's a Korean place we go to where they have a robot that serves food. It's really cool. They have a robot, y'all. They have a robot that comes out and serves food. But it's a lot of Westerners there. They have a karaoke bar that me and my sister-in-law go to. It's a Korean place that is like the hip, trendy place to go to, full of foreigners. Full of foreigners. My kids at our library, at not my library, but the city over, the bigger city, they have a K-pop Korean club at the library in small little town. At the library, every month they have a Korean K-pop anime group because it is so big. Just like anime is popular, came from Japan, K-pop has taken our culture by storm. And like I said, it only takes like 1 or 2 things to start it. But BTS, once BTS came and people started really getting into BTS, I saw like I said, years ago when I wasn't even into BTS at all. Didn't like them, didn't care for them. Once they came, I looked around and I'm like, man, everybody is on this right now. So I let the haters hate. I let the haters hate. And to me, it's not the haters that get me upset because there's always going to be antis and haters. What gets me about living in the West is the anti-recognition that BTS gets. Like I said, I can deal with haters. I can deal with the haters because the haters, they know the truth. Because the haters deep down inside, they know the truth. But they just don't want to face it. But it's the naysayers. That's the problem I have. I wish BTS managed would market Korea 7-Elevens. Yes, they have Korean cafes here, girl. Paris Baguette is here. Paris Baguette and B5 are Korean, and they are here in Texas. Paris Baguette, they popped up out of nowhere and it's like killing it. Like I have shorts where we went to a Korean cafe called Sweet Hut. There's Sweet Huts like all over the country. In Texas, like you would never think that Texas is like the hub of Korean activity. It is. There's a lot of Korean expats here. But I can deal with haters, but I just can't deal with the naysayers. Like the haters, but I'm like haters, y'all really know the truth. Y'all just in denial. But the naysayers, the people who like the fact that BTS doesn't really get their due in the West and their proper respect, I think that's what grounded me as being a BTS fan because I'm used to being fans of groups and singers that people like. Like everybody know Taylor Swift and Beyonce and the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar things, and Sabrina Carpenter is really popular right now, which I'm just gonna I'm tired of these manufactured singers. Let's just say that because I feel like Sabrina Carpenter is one of these manufactured singers. But anyway, I digress because I don't think she's that talented. I'm just going to be honest. If y'all like Sabrina Carpenter, I'm sorry. But I just don't find, I find her an industry plant. I find her somebody that everybody is telling you to be popular and she's everywhere. But I've listened to all of her, like a lot, not all of her, a lot of her music. And I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm just like, I'm like, I'm over it. I didn't know Paris Baguette had. Oh yeah, Paris Baguette is Korean. Yeah, we got a lot of them too. Yeah, they everywhere. They everywhere. So I'm just like, okay. And then, like I said, there's another one. There's like B5, I think the one, and Sweet Hut is another one. Yeah, I didn't know Paris Baguette was Korean either until somebody was like, you know it's Korean. I'm like, what? And like French cafes are really big in Korea. Like they have like cafe, like Korea is like the home of cafes. Like it's the Mecca haven of cafes. And so cafe life is real big in Korea. Like they go to cafes, they hang out in cafes. They like I said, I talk to Koreans every day, and that's cafe life is like a real big thing there. Like people, like like I said, there's a lot of videos I want to do. I want to do a video where I come in here and talk about Korean culture because it's so different from our culture that I think a lot of K-pop fans who don't deal with Koreans and Korea don't really understand how different Korean culture is and how K-pop culture is not the dominant culture in Korea. It's kind of like it's the Korean export, but Korea is nothing like K-dramas and K-pop. Like real Korea is very conservative. But there's like an underneath to all of that conservatism that's real freaky and like there's an underneath to all of that. You know, in every society there's an underneath. She's talking about nobody here from that nonsense. Right, ain't nobody thank you, AK. Ain't nobody here for that. But like like I can come on here and talk, I'll come on here and tell y'all about Korean culture. Because it is as much as I can, things that I've learned about Korean culture is very, very interesting. It's fascinating. I find Korean culture fascinating. Like it is, it's like a yin and yang. It's like a dichotomy of things. It's like conservative on the outside, but then underneath it, it's like an underbelly of like corruption and sin and sex that is very hidden. Like they have a whole like nightlife that people don't really talk about, that don't really get seen in K dramas. That K-pop singer, like I'm telling y'all, like that NCT thing, I'm telling y'all, that NCT story had me, like it floored me, you know, it floored me. Like you will see, I'm like, y'all think y'all K-pop stars are innocent. They are not. It is a whole underbelly, especially when you're dealing with like entertainment people and sports and famous people, that they keep it very hidden. But there's like an underbelly that is underneath all of the conservatism in Korea. And then, like I tell people, like I'm gonna get off here, but I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Okay. I'm talking to the foreigners here, which everybody's mostly a foreigner. People who live in America, I would say foreigners in America. Their culture low key gives me Vulcan vibes from Star Trek. It does. They're all prim and proper, and everything's tightly controlled. But then, then they have to go through Palm Far and they have to cut loose and just, yeah. I love Star Trek. That's the best analogy I've ever had. It's like they are very Vulcan. It's very Vulcan culture. It's very like non-emotional and you got to be polite. But then underneath it all, that Palm Far hits and they just like woo, it's great. And then it gets real. It gets very, very, very real. But let me tell y'all something about a little tidbit about Korean culture that's strange. And not just Korean. But I'm saying this is my personal experience I can speak on. Um, Being a foreigner and dealing with Koreans is like, it's like being a black woman, you're the anomaly. However, y'all see my other videos when I come in here and I'm all glammed up and I have makeup on and I have my glasses off and I'm not glammed up nothing this week because I'm tired and I'm sick and I have a parasite. But anyway, I got trichinosis from some bad ham at a company Christmas party, I think. And so I've been laying low because my stomach is Just like I'm on medication. Yeah, I got trichinosis, y'all. AK, I got trichinosis. I got trichinosis. Um, I got trichinosis. They're always legit in how they operate. Yeah, the hosted, the clubs is shady. They talking about they give warnings about going to some Korean clubs. There are some clubs in Koreans that only accept foreigners. That's a whole thing. That's a story for another day. About there's some clubs in Koreans that only accept foreigners. And I can tell you what kind of things go on in that club. BTS has definitely earned their success. And BTS deserves to be happy. I tell people all the time, BTS deserves to be happy. Whatever that may mean for them. Whether they want to leave the music industry one day or whether they want to stay in the music industry for the rest of their lives and be like JYP and come out and wear clear colored suits and dance around on stage at 60. Look, if they want to do that, they can do it. Y'all know I love JYP. I love me some JYP. Oh my God, JYP. I love that man. I love that man. He's the head of one of the biggest companies, biggest entertainment K-pop companies. But he just came out with a song recently, and he will get on stage, and he's like one of those like Opa that won't let it go. He the Opa that won't let it go. He's like, let it go. He won't let it go. He's like, I'm still performing. I'm still 50 something. I'm still on stage, bitch. What you gonna do about it? Y'all look up JYP. Oh my God. That man is still performing. He likes to dance and perform. And you're like, okay, like, sir, I'm not gonna stop you. He tickles me so bad because he's like that old dude that thinks he's real cool. Y'all know like the old uncle or daddy who thinks he's still cool. And he be like, I still got it. Watch me get it, you young whippersnapper. Watch me got it. Y'all know that old uncle that still think he cool. That's JYP. You know. Stephanie on Rotten Mango. I love Stephanie on Rotten Mango. Girl, Stephanie is my girl. She's the one that did the big Burning Sun story. She did 2 stories about Burning Sun. Girl, I didn't know anything about Burning Sun until I watched until it came up on Rotten Mango. I told my sister-in-law, I called her, I said, girl, I was shook about Burning Sun. I said, why didn't you tell me about Burning Sun? She was like, what? Oh, that happened a couple years, because I just found out about Burning Sun like last year. And I told my sister-in-law, I said, girl, why you didn't tell me about Burning Sun? I was like, why you didn't tell me about Big Bang? Girl, what? She was like, oh, I thought you knew. I was like, I did not know about Burning Sun until like a year ago, a year and a half ago. So yeah, Rotten Mango. I was watching her today. I watch her like every other day. The way she tells the story and the stories that she tells in the Asian world is great. But I'm gonna tell you something, like being, with Korean, because people talk about their society is very, there's a Korean beauty standard, and it's a very like everybody lives there and works there is mostly Korean. So they don't have a lot of foreigners. They don't have a lot of variety. But I can tell you, um, as a person, when I come and be glammed up and do my videos, uh, yeah, that took down a lot of people. Burning Sun was crazy. That was wild. The whole situation was wild. Like I said, and considering that like one of my favorite K-pop groups, like a member of it, this goes to show what I tell people, like, you don't know what really goes on with these K-pop singers. You really don't know. Cause they're having all kinds of like just weird stuff going on. Like people talk about like Diddy and stuff like that. I was like, they have that in Korea. Like they have that there too. Like there's stuff going on right now that we don't know about, that people have kept hush hush over the years and paid women off that we don't know. We don't really know what our K-pop singers really act like, because when you get to have a certain level, when you have that much power and fame, some people just can't handle it. It just goes straight to their head. And some people have already had certain proclivities before they became K-pop singers. And so when they become rich and famous, it just puts the fuel on the fire. And then certain people have experienced certain things in the industry that have ruined their psyche. That's why a lot of people don't want to see younger trainees in the K-pop, because the industry is not for children. It is not for children. I don't care what country you're. The industry is not a safe place for children. I mean, I'm a firm. That's my opinion, but I'm a firm believer that trainees shouldn't be 13, 14 years old, especially little girls. I just you little girls. Yeah, we know what they show us. Yeah, I love that documentary. I love her. I love all her documentaries. But little girls, should not be sent away to go live in a dorm with other grown people and grown women. And why? I mean, I understand why people do stuff like that, because people do stuff like that here in America. But 13, 14, 15-year-old girls, at 15, you're a girl. At 15, you're a little girl. At 15, I'm like, I have a 14, almost 15-year-old. I couldn't imagine sending my child away. Like the same thing with Jungkook. Like I always say, we don't know what Jungkook saw or as a teenager. Like I couldn't even imagine like the things that he has experienced in the business, especially back then when the business was like, when they had slave contracts back then. The business was ruthless. Like 10 years ago, 10, 13 years ago, it was ruthless. And I'm not saying it's not ruthless now, but I'm saying that now with the internet, you have much more flexibility. Like you can go out there and tell your story, and you can, but they couldn't be brave back then. Like they couldn't be brave back then, especially when you're really trying to make it. You're with a struggling label. Like they couldn't say certain things. I just shudder at the thought about like, many, many trainees, males and females, the things that they've experienced in this industry that will chew you up and spit you out. And I just couldn't imagine the things that they've seen. Like I said, not just BTS, but other artists as well. And a lot of them have come and hinted things and talked about certain things that they've experienced. And it's not anything favorable. So I can understand BTS feeling for New Jeans. Like I can understand some of that sentiment because they understood what it meant to be young people and wanting to be in the businesses and as trainees. So I don't really fault them uh for feeling for the artist. And maybe BTS, like I said, I don't know. Maybe they feel like New Jeans are being manipulated. Maybe they just feel like they're being manipulated by the older people around them. And I sense some of that. That I do feel like New Jeans are being manipulated by their parents, by Minhee Jin, and by other people. Just like a lot of people in the music industry. Young boys and girls should not be put in a dorm with predators. Have access to them at all times. Y'all know I talked about that Maiden thing. That girl from Maiden. Look it up, Maiden. Madein. That girl from Maiden, she just quit. She just quit the group. Maiden has a good song called Dopamine. And one of the members of Maiden, and she's like 18, 19 years old. The owner of her small company was asking her out on dates, was hitting on her, was harassing her on the plane. She was in tears. Her other group members didn't know what to do. Like, what are they going to do? She's crying to other group members because this old nasty man who's like 40 or 45 years old, 50 years old, and she's 18, 19 years old, and he's like, they flying to do fan meets and stuff like that. And he was like, you gonna sit next to me? And she like, well, I don't want to sit next to you. And she literally like have recorded phone calls of her in tears. And he was like, well, go out on a date with me. I want you to be my girlfriend. This girl had a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend. And this man harassed this girl, zeroed in on her, and wouldn't leave her alone. That she recorded phone calls and recordings where this man was like, go out on a date with me, just kiss me, she like, I just want to be left alone. Like, oh, you talk about the baby girl that played Annabeth on Percy Jackson show, had her parents on the set the whole time. Well, that's how they should be. The age trap that Celine Dion and Mariah Carey, yeah, when they started out and they married them, like Mariah Carey married that old man. I don't know how old Mariah Carey. She's in her 20s when she married that old man, that record executive. Hey, Naomi. Hi, Naomi. How you doing, girl? But yeah, that was just crazy. That was crazy what happened to Maiden. It was sad. I talked about it in my other live stream a couple weeks ago. It was just sad. Like now then she quit the group. And then she just trying to live her dream, trying to do her thing, trying to live her life, and then her parents are not there to protect her. And you got this man talking about sit next to me on a plane and just go out on a date with me. Just go out on a date with me. And then she looking at her other bandmates for help to do something, and they just turning away. What else are they gonna do? Because they don't want to get fired, they don't want to get in trouble either. And they're young too. So I like that poor girl. You know, I guess she had to leave, but sometimes you gotta leave to save yourself and save your sanity. You know, you gotta save yourself because and then the guy came out and apologized, and I'm just like, man, he came out and apologized saying he didn't realize it. You didn't realize you having a girl sitting next to you on the plane, you begging her for a date, and you didn't realize what? That she like, no, 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 I'm good. And she's trying to be as polite and as kind as she can. And the poor girl in tears, about to have a nervous breakdown because this man is touching her thigh on the plane and he trying to, oh, you look so pretty. And then you look and you ain't got nobody to help you. It's just her. And she young. She 18, 19 years old looking for help and there ain't none. Like, who is she going to go to for help? And then the other members trying to ignore it and trying to like turn the other way and they don't know what to say, So no-win situation. New Jeans are being manipulated. Yeah, I feel that they being manipulated by their parents and their parents too. I went in on New Jeans' parents quite a few times because I feel like the parents are manipulating them as well. I feel like the parents are desperate for them to become famous. And I feel like, in my opinion, that there's one member of New Jeans that is sitting back going, okay. That's my theory. And I don't have no proof, but I feel like there's one member at least sitting around going, well, maybe we've taken this too far. Like, or maybe their parent, somebody's parent is going, okay, enough is enough. Like, this is getting out of control. We are ruining our reputation in the industry. We're ruining our future in the industry for my child. And maybe this has gotten out of hand. And I think at least one member is probably like, this has gotten out of hand. Like this is going further than what I thought this was going to be. And maybe this is something I thought I wanted to do, but now I'm like really rethinking, like maybe this is, and like I said, the same thing happened with 50/50. You had all the members who were like, oh, we're united. And then one member was like, wait a minute. That one member of 50/50 was like, hold on. And she stayed. And the other ones all got fired. And they just replaced them and kept the 50/50 name. And they came out with a good album this year. They charted on the Korean charts, and all 50/50 got replaced except for one. And where are the other ones who got replaced for 50/50? I'll wait. I don't know where they at now. The other ones part of 50/50? Nobody knows. All the ones that was really firm in their talent, they all can go solo now. But that one stayed. And I knew it. Like eventually I was like, we started hearing rumors that one of them was cracking. And that one she stayed. She was like, wait a minute. Her parents were like, hold on, wait a minute. Time out. We didn't listen to these lawyers. We didn't listen to these other investors. And 50/50, that one girl stayed. And she was like, I'm not leaving. And then they just replaced the other ones. And now where are they at? Where are the other members of 50/50 at? Nobody knows. Rose was harassed by a backup dancer? Oh, I didn't know that. Was she really? I didn't know that. Child, I didn't know that. It was like the two sisters that were both talented in the game and disgusted older man in charge basically sold them out to nasty older man. It happens all the time. Both girls ended up dead and their father had a heart attack and passed after losing both of them. Their mom protests for justice to this day. I didn't hear about that, so no one forgets the evil of that industry and those men. Yeah, I talk about Omega X all the time. Omega X is still fighting their label. If you don't know the story about Omega X, go look it up. Omega X was on video. They had video of the female CEO of their company verbally and possibly physically assaulting Omega X. There's video online. You can look it up. There's audio. There was a fan at a hotel, and she was like, I'm at a hotel in LA, and Omega X played a show, and she's like, okay, and a fan recorded it. And the fan was like, looking like she just happened to be at the hotel and was like, I think the CEO is like, be ready. One of the members was sick. And so the head of the CEO is a female lady. And she was yelling at him like, get up, get up, get up. Like, yeah, Stephanie did a doc on Omega X too. They're still fighting for justice and for their freedom. Still, years later, it was so sad. And she was yelling at him like, get up, da, da, da. And the fan recorded it. And the fan was like, oh my God, I think I just witnessed, something I shouldn't have witnessed. And the fan was like shook. The fan, yeah, it was at a hotel. And the fan was like, is that Omega X? And she was all excited until she saw the CEO yelling at this boy. He was on the curb, and then apparently she went to physically go after him. Poor Omega X, and then they filed a lawsuit, and they've been fighting ever since to get out of their contract. But I'm like, it happens. I said, yeah, Omega X was just sad. I said, it's just sad the way they were treated. I just, that was just sad. I was like, I had no idea. Like, I listened to Omega X casually. I know them. And then knowing that and then also what came out, speaking of what AK was talking about, is Omega X claims, yes, there's the docs. Thank you, AK. Omega X claims that when they were trainees and first starting, that the CEO would wake them up and have them go serve businessmen and women. And I've heard this about trainees, even trainees, where the label, especially if it's a label looking for investors and are cash strapped, they would wake them up and have them get dressed and go serve businessmen and women like drinks, and they would go to rooms and they would have karaoke and they would have them serve. Yeah, because they're young and they're cute. And then the first thing I thought about is BTS. I said, poor BTS. I said, good God Almighty. Because they needed the money. The label would wake them up at late at night. They would be training and rehearsing all day. And then the owner of the label would come to Omega X at night, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and wake them up and tell the manager to get them up, get them dressed, so they can go and serve drinks and serve and meet these investors. And they're not the only ones I've heard about this, especially the women, especially the girls, but the boys too. It's something that people don't, because some of these investors, they like boys too. And some of these investors are women. So they would go, and there's a famous case too of a female trainee that talked about this too, how she was woken up, how her group mates were woken up in the middle of the night and they would dress them up, and they would be like, yeah, go serve drinks to these businessmen because they're trying to invest in the company and in your group. So they would go and serve drinks, and these men would rub their legs and talk to them, and they had to be friendly and smile. And some of these men would proposition to sleep with them. Yeah. And so they were pressured to go to bed with these businessmen. And they were saying that some of the trainees did. They were told by the label, you do whatever it takes. And so I think that when you come, especially when you're coming from a small label or a cash strapped label, that these kind of things happen in the industry because they're looking for investors. I feel bad for BTS. Yeah. Oh yeah. The dieting thing has been around forever. But the idea that you got to get up in the middle of the night because some nasty investor is you got to go serve drinks to these investors at a karaoke room, and they would rent out these private rooms where they would sit there and talk. And like I said, it happens with boys too. Omega X, some of the claims is that they had to do that as well. That they would sit around older female executives, and these female executives would rub on their legs and touch on their privates, and ooh, aren't you cute? And and the men too, the male executives was looking at them too, and they would talk them up and be like, you should come back home to my hotel room. And they were pressured to be like, and they were young, 18, 19 years old. Like, okay. So like I said, when people talk about getting into the industry, I just shudder at the thought that, for a cash strap label as Big Hit was, I don't even try to have it enter in my mind, because BTS were so young, and then they're so young and so eager and so desperate to break into the industry. I mean, you unscrupulous people in the industry will ask you to do all kinds of things. Hey, well, and especially when you're dealing with young, good-looking people. And they're desperate to be in the industries. It's like an unspoken rule over there. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of like, well, we're looking for these investors and they coming into town, so we need you to go serve drinks and serve food and schmooze with them. And they thinking like, okay, we're just serving drinks, not knowing that like they're serving that like these men are gonna be touching on you and touching your butt and touching your boobs and and they talking to you and rubbing on your leg and you're like, okay, wait, what? Are you saying that's what happened with Blackpink? I believe it. It's just weird. I mean, I believe it. I don't doubt it. I don't. Like I said, it's not something that it's something that happened in the past, and I'm sure it happens in the present. It's something that happens. Especially when and not just trying to get like investors for your label, but especially when you're trying to get brand deals. Like people were talking about that a lot of these K-pop groups they got brand deals because they would bring in the executives or the CEOs to meet these K-pop singers. So you can just imagine that they're calling up some, you know, record label or entertainment group and saying, hey, we want to, do this. We want this particular K-pop group or groups to have a contract with you, brand deals. And you could just picture like depending on the company, they're like, okay, well, I need to meet this group. What group? Especially if it's a new rookie group. Okay, well, I need to meet this group. Bring them in, and we're gonna get together. We're gonna have like a private room, and I need to meet this group. And so the label, the industry is like, oh, okay. So you'd be like, okay, girls, like I need y'all to look cute, get your makeup and hair done, and there's some, car place or some whatever place it is that they're gonna offer you a brand deal, but they want to meet you first. That has happened too. Even in the army, young officers are expected to accept the advances and assaults. I know it's bad in the USA. I know it's bad in the USA. I don't even want to get into the military. The things I've heard about what happens in the Korean military, like to certain people beyond just idols, but just like people in general. But yeah, like yeah, trainees have been brought in. They're like, we're starting this new group and we need brand deals. Especially if you're a label that doesn't have that much prestige, you don't have that much money, you know. Bang PD, they love him. BTS has said nothing, but I tell people the industry is a business. It is a business. I've said this all the time. I'm a business minded person. I work in corporate America. It is never personal. It is a business. Hybe, just like Bang PD was an innovator and he brought BTS together and he knew what to do. So I give him that. I mean, but it's not just Bang PD. He's just the face of Hybe. But there's trainers, there's choreographers, there's managers. BTS has a team of people working for them. And every K-pop group has a team of people that is behind them, that behind the scenes, stylists, makeup artists, dermatologists, the people that do their teeth, the people that do their plastic surgery. Creative directors are a big thing in K-pop. They have a lot of control and a lot of say so. The stylists and the creative directors have a lot of control over. I think they have more control over than the executives, because the idea of you thinking of innovative ways to market this group is tied in with the creative. That's why Minhee Jin had so much power. She's not a songwriter. She's not a choreographer. She doesn't make the beats. But the creative director in K-pop that doesn't exist in the American industry. We don't have creative directors running around. We have marketers and brand people. We have PR teams. But you don't have people going around going, okay, you're going to wear this. This is this era. You don't have eras like that. We don't have stuff like that. Like K-pop has fostered an environment like that. But that wasn't created by them. It was created by SM. It was created by Lee Soo-man. It was created by him. He's the grandfather of K-pop. He created the trainee system and the branding and the air. All of that was started with SM. SM was the granddaddy of the granddaddies of K-pop. And they started this whole thing of like trainees and stuff like that. And I give SM, like I said, as a business person who loves business, I give people their props all day, but business is ruthless. Business is business. They love him. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They love Bang PD because they wouldn't have a career really without him. I have nothing but respect for that man because that man did something that a lot of people and a lot of naysayers and BTS and Big Hit, and Bang PD. He learned it from the West. Him and JYP, they're friends. They went to the West together and studied underneath Sony and westernized labels. They tried to break into the Western market several times. Bang PD's story is, I should do a video about him. His story is phenomenal. Like him and JYP have a very interesting, very similar story, and they're friends. But it's hard, you know. Yeah, how do you know that they're scared of him? Thank you, Olive B. Why would they be scared of him? Because really, he's to me, Bang PD. He's always been very. Everything I've seen, he's let them have creative control over their music. So he can't be that mean because he's letting them kind of like do their own thing, even though it may not even make a lot of money, you know. So uh, I respect Bang PD for the things that he have done. I know I because again, it's not his company. He sits on the board, but once Hybe and Big Hit and all that stuff came around, he took. I don't think Bang PD runs the company like people think he do. Like people want a boogeyman in the corner, and I don't think Bang PD is 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 that person. Like I don't think he runs the company like people think he does. You know, I don't think he runs the company. I think it's a board of directors. It's just like any other company, and the board of directors make the decisions. The executives, the head, the CEO. Because as somebody who would start a company, I would give all of that over to somebody else and just enjoy my money. Like, yeah, you guys can come to me about certain things, and I'll look into certain things that are high level. But at the end of the day, Bang PD is not running like the day-to-day operations of Hive. Other people do that. I think he's just kind of like the figurehead that sits at the top. But I mean, he's old man. He don't. I mean, who wants to be? I mean, most people be like, okay, y'all got it. Because if he didn't want to do that, he'd run it like JYP. Because JYP is very much involved in his company. But Bang PD, he relinquished the reins. I think a long time ago. I mean, not I think I know because they have a board of directors and the CEOs, and he just is kind of like out of that realm of it. The company is run by the investors and the board of directors. It's run by the people there. You know, he brought it to South Korea. Actually, started the guy who started it got taken down years later when Japanese. Oh yeah, I remember when remember y'all remember the Japanese idols. Oh, I love those Japanese idols. Yeah, people blame Bang PD for everything. Like like he just was a music person, but he like I said, he doesn't run the company. You go look at the high directors and the people in Big Hit. Bang PD, it's a corporation is not a person unless a person is doesn't have a board of directors. Like a lot of people don't understand how business work. Okay, if you have a board of directors and you sit on a company, you don't like the CEO who heads my company. Uh, he runs the company. Like there's the founder, there's the OG founder who founded the company, and people bring things to that person at times. But when you have a CEO and a board of directors and an executive class and managers, they each run their own divisions and their department, just like anything else. Like Walmart is a big company. And like, yes, there's the Walton family that runs Walmart, but they don't run the day-to-day operations of Walmart. CEOs, management, executives run the day-to-day operations of the company. Bang PD at this point is kind of like a figurehead, which is weird that people blame him. I'm like, for what? He hasn't really run Hybe in years. From the history of the Hybe that I know of, and the things that I've seen and how the company organization structure was, he has not ran it in a long time. He has not been, he's just a person that everybody knows their name. Can y'all name the CEO of Hybe? I'll wait. Can you name who's on the board of directors of Hybe? Most people can't name the CEO, the board of directors. Those are the people who run the company. The CEOs run the company. They run that particular division. The person ahead of the CEO of Hybe, the chief of operations, that's the person that's running the company. Bang PD at this point is just like a figurehead. He wants to enjoy his life and his time and music and all that. Like there was a time when Bang PD was heavily involved in the production. They were saying that he's not even heavily involved in like the music producing end anymore. I'm sure this man want to enjoy the fruits of his labor, and he should get to enjoy the fruits of his labor because he spent a lot of blood, sweat, and tears trying to get this company up. But the idea that he is like his hand is in everything is impossible. That company is huge. There's many different divisions, many different CEOs. And so he just be like, okay, y'all got it. Y'all bring me the investors reports. I'll look at the quarterly reports. I'll look over any type of issues. I'll go to the meetings and meet with certain people on high levels. Like when it comes to investors, I'm sure Bong PD is going to be there. But a company is run by a conglomerate and a group of people. People act like Hybe is a person. It's not a person. It's a bunch of people. And every person that runs that company has their own egos, have their own agendas, have their own reason, expertise, lack of expertise in certain things. They all have their a little piece to add or take away from that company. So Hybe is a company just like Walmart, just like I mean any company you name, Samsung. There's a Samsung, the people who started it, but at the end of the day, it's not run by them. It's just like okay, we're the figurehead of the company. Like okay, you know, it's blue again. Yeah, Hybe was structured as American style conglomerates. He's just the face. Exactly. Thank you, Marilyn. He's just the face. Like I said, just like Walmart, the Walton family don't run it. Like it's run by, it's like any other company. I work for a corporation that was started by a family. I work for a company that a long time ago was started by a family. It's two brothers and their son, and one of the brothers' son started the company. Yes, they're the owners. We don't ever see the owners. The CEO and the CFO runs our company. They run the company. When we have the Christmas party, the owner and his sons and his family, they show up, they shake hands, they say, thanks for working here. Here's your plaque. I mean, here's your plaque. They give out awards, but at the end of the day, the owners of our company don't really do much of anything. They're just a figurehead. They'll go to meetings, they'll know about what's going on, but in all intents and purposes, like for a lot of these companies that were started by families or started by people, they don't even have any, Bang PD don't even really have any ownership of the company. They give all of that over. Whenever you have, when your company goes public, when you're publicly traded in the stock market, whether here or in Korea, and your company goes public, the stock owners own the company. I hope y'all do realize that when companies go from private to public, the stockholders control the company. That's how my company I work for is a privately held company. It's not publicly traded. But when it becomes publicly traded, things start to change in your company when they go public. When they start having stock options and when they go from private to public, I worked for a company before that went from private to public. And so everything changed. The owner he had no control. Like at my old company that I worked for, which is a very well-known company, they were started again by a guy and his dad, and they froze him out the company. They froze him out. He was the owner. They froze him out. Why? Because the stockholders owned it. They owned the company. He sat on the board of directors, and they forced him out of his own company because they can do that, and they do it in Korea too. Just like I said with SM. Go look at the story of SM with Lee Soo-won, how his nephew forced him out of his own company. It happens. He forced him out of his own damn company. I'm not laughing, but it's a real crazy story. Like he forced his uncle out the company. Him and his sister. Yeah, once you get on the board of directors, the owner's gone. The owner has no power. They have no power. You're a publicly traded company. The board of directors will make votes and do things that you don't have no say so on. The owner of my company, he has no say so about what happens in our company. None. They can ask him for advice, but legally speaking, and when it comes to a vote, he has to vote with the rest of them. So they all come around and they vote. Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? The board of directors control things, and they come together, and every quarter they have a vote. That's the same thing with Hybe. They have a vote, and so Bang PD is one person out of many. He doesn't control Hybe anymore. He may owns it and get stock options, lots of stock options, but he doesn't own it, and that's the beauty of it. And nobody wants to run a company into perpetuity. Like some people do. Some people are bent like that. But other people don't. They want to build something up and leave a legacy, and then they collect their stock options all year. And they sit back and go and live in the fruits of their labor. That's the real thing. The real thing is to make a company and step away from it. and just get the money from it. And just go have 5 houses and go be on the Cayman Islands somewhere. And that's what Bank PD living his best life. Nobody want to sit around and run a company and be tasked. It's too big for one person to run anyway. It's too big. Hybe is too big for one person to run. They have Pletus, they have the Black Label, they have Big Hit, they have B Lift Lab, they have Adore. How Bank PD gonna run 8 different companies with inside one umbrella? He doesn't. And all the CEOs, he's like, okay, y'all have fun. Just give me my stock options. And that's the way to go. I mean, but that's how corporations are normally done. And people running around like Bank PD like he's the boogeyman or something. I was like, baby, he ain't even got it to do. He's just like, shh, I'm finna sit back. Bank PD sitting back with a Chardonnay in his bathrobe on Christmas with a 25-year-old living his best damn life. Yeah, once you go public, that's it. You don't have any control of your company anymore. You just don't. You don't have it. And Hybe is public. So they stock ebbs and flows. The board of directors have control. They do votes. They vote whatever they want to do. They come together and like the CEOs they do the financials every quarter. Like you can go online and look at the financials every quarter. I go look at the financials. Like I told everybody before, there's a YouTuber by the name of Hybe, Hybeboy. Y'all look at his channel. Hybe channel is good. It is he brings up the quarterly, like I think he works for Hybe. We don't really know. We don't really know. We have theories, but he reports on Hybe and he's btsarmy and he reports like the financial. I like the business end of K-pop. I'm fascinated with the business of K-pop. I look at the business end of K-pop all the time. I don't care about what group and who's dating who or what's doing that. I like the music and I like the business. I like the business of the industry. Like I love it. I love the business. As somebody who works in corporate America, I find Korean corporate intriguing. It's just intriguing. It's interesting. But what I was going to say is that I will come on here and do a whole video about like Korean culture. Like I was saying earlier, Korea is a very homogenous society, right? Unlike here in America and a lot of places, there's very like diversity in races and people and thought, and they don't really have that in Korea. I can say somebody who's dealt with Koreans that being the anomaly of Korea, like y'all see me when I come on here, I got my makeup and my hair done. I can say that like, because people, talk about the Korean aesthetic and the standard of beauty, which is a real thing. Because that's why these women yeah, there you go, Hybe. Yep, that's him. He's either one of the best kept secrets on YouTube. But his channel is excellent. He breaks down all kinds of things. He'll do it in Korean, then he'll do it and break it down in English. And he does videos like every day. And I think he works for Hybe. I've heard him rap. So there's rumors that he used to be a trainee. There's rumors that he used to work, it's a company. It's a company. It's a business, not a person. Companies are people. Same thing in Korean. But I do say that being like an anomalous person in Korean spaces is very interesting. Because people talk about, how Korean is homogenous and they have their own standard of beauty, which obviously I'm not the Korean standard of beauty because, these chicks are out here starving themselves and I ain't starving myself. I ain't got there yet. I do have a parasite, but I'm not starving myself. I do have a parasite that I'm trying to get rid of. And it's the parasite talking. It's like, hey, but I do have a parasite I'm trying to get rid of. Okay, y'all. But yeah, trichinosis. Y'all be aware of that pork. That pork will kill you. But I can say that like it's a really strange vibe. You didn't know about you didn't know about that part? Yeah, I got trichinosis from my Christmas party. They had ham, and apparently the ham was undercooked because I got trichinosis, and I think my coworker got it too because she was there. So I think we both got trichinosis. So I'm on antibiotics. That's why I've been sick for like a whole week. Like even though I have a history of stomach issues that I won't get into, but this is just like the worst thing that's happened. Just what a coincidence. Yeah, here I am, food poisoning. Hey. But I would say that like being in Korean spaces is very interesting. In Korean spaces. You also follow Kenny JD and she spent time in Seoul. She says guys actually have a taste. Guys like chocolate women. Yes, yes. You would be surprised. Like I never thought that men would be interested, but because you're the anomaly. So I would tell women, I'd just say, in America or whatever country you may be like okay, just because to me, I'm just like a normal black woman, when I get all glammed up, I can be all glammed up, and then, but it's just weird. I think it's very strange that, like, you are considered like Beyonce there. Like with Korean men, it's like to them, I'm like some sort of like weird like supermodel. Like it's like, oh my God, like you're Beyonce, like Rihanna. You're like Meg the Stallion. I was like, oh my God, okay, thank you. I'm not, but okay. Like I didn't get it because you're the anomaly. And so Korean men, not all of them, like foreign women. Like it's a thing that nobody really talks about in a really conservative con. Do I think Jungkook will have a solo comeback next year? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Something tells me yes. I think Jungkook really wants to sing and really loves to perform, period. And do I think he's ever solo? I don't know. I hope so. I know J-Hope will because J-Hope did an interview saying he's working on new music. So I know J-Hope will for a fact. Does Jungkook? I hope hopefully but he gets out of the military what in like June. So hopefully, maybe Jungkook has been working on music or saving up some music. So hopefully he will. Do but something tells me maybe no. I don't know. I don't know. Something kind of tells me no. So I don't know. I'm waffling. Let me think about that. I don't know. It's very. I would say I'm 60% sure he will. So let me say that I'm 40% says no. 60% says yes. But yeah, that's how I feel. Well, you said it's because of their history. Korean men surprise me. Like and then I would tell people that like me being here in America, I don't really in Texas, I would say not just America. I don't really fit in here. Like being with like not being with. I've never like physically been with. AK said she told a story one time where she was in a shop and a Korean guy walked in with his black girlfriend, and he had both arms around her step by step because he knew the competition would pounce on any minute. I'm telling you, baby, AK, nothing but facts here. The I'm like officially done with American men because it is like, and no men anywhere is perfect because everybody is different. Everybody has their own personality. But culturally speaking, dating in Korea is just different. It is a different vibe. Men talking, even like not even just dating, men hitting on you and talking to you is a different vibe. It's just different. It has soured me on American men for a lot of reasons. But I'm like American men, I'm like, I'm not interested. 9 times out of 10, I'm just not interested. Because the way Korean men step to you is a whole is just it's a whole thing. Like I said, I'm gonna come back and do a whole video about Korean culture, not just the dating, but especially the dating and the hitting on, like not even the dating, the hitting on culture is just different. So if you have not experienced that, I would say please experience it. And Korean men who are from Korea. I got these American ones over here, they're too American-fied, so I don't know. Your results may vary dealing with a Korean American man. But dealing with men in Korea, it is a whole different vibe. It is a whole mood and a whole vibe. The way they step to you is different. It's different. You talk about you here for the info and the tea. I'll do a whole video about it because I got lots of tea to spill about dealing with talking to Korean people, not just men but women too, and getting their perspective, and foreign women getting their perspective. But it is a perspective that is not talked about because I'm telling you, I can't speak for any other country, but I can tell you for South Korea, the way they even step to you is 10 times better than what American men do. American men do not know how to talk to women. They do not know how to deal with women, especially older women. I can't emphasize it anymore because it is a whole mood and a whole vibe. It is a whole thing here in the United States. I honestly would love to know how lesbians operate. I will find that out. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna do a little bit because I know somebody. It Korean dating period, whether it be straight or whether it be gay. Now, if it's gay, it's much more covert, but it's the same thing. Like it's just something that's much more made for me than America. Dating in America is very detached. It's very like I'm gonna call you when I call you. I see you when I see it. It don't happen like that in Korea. It doesn't happen like that in Korea. If somebody is interested in you, it's very intentional. It's not like, and that's one thing that I appreciate and I like, and I can say, like, I haven't taken anyone's offers or anything like that because I just know. I'm just no. I'm solo dolo and happy, and I'm not trying to date somebody in another country. But the intention is very intentional. That I haven't experienced from American men. Don't hit on me. They don't talk to me. They don't do nothing at all. I don't ever get propositioned by uh, American men, whether it be online or otherwise. But online, Korean men are like, I like you. They're like really intentional. What do I think about black idols and K-pop? I will think it'll never work. I'm very well a Black Swan and Fatu, and I love her and I support her, but it's a long road up. I think she's the only black idol like that's in a Korean. Well, I guess Black Swan is really not a. It's an international group, but it's marketed toward Korea. I don't think so. They're kind of like in a weird space. Um, and then there's groups like Cat's Eye and Vicha, which is very but they're going to be marketed to an international market, and they're not just international marketed toward Korea. But there's only one. But Fatu, she's been through a lot though. She's been through a lot in the industry. She's a survivor. She's like the anomaly, but you have to be really strong and thick skinned. What's the group name? The group name is Black Swan. You have to be really thick skinned to be because you're and then what's helped Fatu is that she knows the language. I think that if you're going to be a black idol in K-pop, you have to know the language. You have to get past the language barrier. It'll ease things over for you. Her Korean is good, so she speaks Korean, and I think that has made things easier for her. But if you're a black idol and you don't speak Korean, I don't see it. It will happen one day, but most likely it'll be a mixed race idol. It'll be somebody half Korean and half black that is going to that's going to kill the industry. That's my prediction. I prediction that there's some mixed race as Korea becomes more of an open society and people are having babies with foreigners more than they ever have. I think that there will be a mixed race because we have K-pop idols who are half Caucasian and half Korean. I mean, you have Kai in TXT and his sister. They're the most famous ones, but there's other ones that are biracial. But I think that one day, no, Jessie, she's all Korean, but she's just from Jersey. She's just Jersey. But I think that one day there will be a Korean female idol that will take the world by storm, and she will be biracial. And I think she will be able to sing, dance, speak the language, know the culture. If you get somebody that's firing on all cylinders, then it's because there's a Japanese a half Japanese black model that's out there that's like a supermodel, and she's gorgeous and she's taking the world by storm. But like I said, they have to be biracial first, then because Korea is weird because Koreans love Beyonce and they love Rihanna and love stuff like that. It's just K-pop. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, K-pop, it's just K-pop fans because Koreans themselves don't have a problem with American artists. Koreans love hip hop. They love R&B. They love all of that. It's K-pop fans. I can for surely in my mind say, in my opinion, it's just K-pop. K-pop is this whole thing in Korea. It's not mainstream in Korea like it is here. And it's K-pop fans. It's K-pop fans because in Korea they like black artists tour Korea all the time. Kanye West was there just like a couple of months ago. Like Beyonce goes to Seoul. Black artists, Hispanic, all kinds of artists tour in Korea. They don't have a problem with any kind of artist. Like it's a K-pop thing because idols are different than just regular artists. Idols is a whole ball of craziness that goes with it. So it's just beyond just singing. It's entertainment. It's artistry. It's called like K-pop is this whole thing in Korea. It's Anne Marie is Korean. Oh, is she? Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's beautiful. Yo, look, Jessie has had a lot of work done. And she's admitted. Jessie's had lips done, boob done, everything. But she's from Jersey. Yeah, tell me, makes sense. You make sense, AK. AK's like, wait a minute, where's she from? Jersey. Okay, she's from Jersey, so she's not Korean, like born and raised in Korea. No, Jessie was born and raised here. So her sensibilities and the way she carries herself is very American. Is she grew up in a very diverse neighborhood. So you can tell that Jessie grew up, the way she talked. You see her, listen to her in interviews. Jessie grew up, around some black folks. Put it that way. But Jessie has had a hard time in the industry with her just being Korean American. Like a lot of the foreigners have a hard time in K-pop. Like I said, it's just K-pop. It's K-pop thing. It's not a Korean music thing because they love foreigners there. You know, idols are a whole different bag, yes, than just regular singers and entertainers in Korea. It's a whole different thing. So when you're idol, there's a whole list of pressures that come upon you, and being a K idol is a whole aesthetic within itself. Like you have to look a certain way and act a certain way, and not date and not have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and and then you have to fit a Korean beauty standard that is like idealized, like on a pedestal that normal people don't even fall in. Normal Koreans don't even look like idols. They don't look nothing like that. I've dealt with normal Korean. They look like normal people. Like, Jessie did have a hard journey finding success here. It's cultural, so it's everything. So it would take a biracial Korean person born and raised in Korea to break the business. And like I said, I do firmly believe it'll happen. I believe there's some kid now that is biracial, that's maybe a little kid, maybe he or she is little, and they like 5 or 6 years old, and they sitting around watching those Espa videos, and they vibing on New Jeans and Illin. And I think a little mixed race little boy or girl is loving music and talented. And I think that maybe one day they may be like, hey, I want to be in trainee by the time they get to be about 15 or 16. And I think that they're going to break the industry. And I think the industry is not going to know what to do with them. But I think that they will have a really good look, and they will be immensely talented, so people can't deny it. They'll be able to sing, dance, speak multiple languages. You get a biracial Korean idol like that's born and raised in Korea, that speaks the language, that speaks English and Korean, that has a good look. They would take the industry by storm. They wouldn't even know what they would do. Somebody who can sing and dance and write and be able to go through the trainee program, the industry wouldn't know what hit them. Like they would blow up. They would blow up just like that. I think they would blow up so quickly. I think it would go over well with international audiences and audiences in Korea. That would be like the golden child of the industry. Like that would be the sweet spot of the industry. If you can get a blend of Korean and Western, they would kill the industry. They would break the industry. I think they would be a force to be reckoned with. People wouldn't even know what to do. There's a biracial Korean YouTuber. I don't know who that is. She's the model. I don't know. I don't know many YouTubers. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, they're going to break the industry. And I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the day that that person shows up because I will be here for it all the way. I'll be ready for that biracial person to kill the industry. Yeah, it would change the industry forever because that would open the door for other people of color in the industry. And like I said, a lot of times in the industry, another thing that I think I would have to say what BTS did, they have opened up the industry for it because there would be no Cat's Eye and Vicha without BTS either. There would be no international groups like that. Um, and I love Cat's Eye. And even my daughter likes that song. She likes Touch. She heard the song Touch and not knowing that Cat's Eye was like a K-pop a Hybe group. She was like Touch, Touch, Touch. I was like, that's Cat's Eye. And she's like, oh my God, I like that. She's like, oh, I know that song. I said, Cat's Eye is the bomb. So I think that like now because BTS become so popular and they want to hit the Western scene. So that's why we have Vicha, and Vicha has like a black girl in it, and Cat's Eye has a black girl in it. So I think that like as long as one of these international girl groups are gonna blow up real hard, and then everybody's gonna go and try to make like international groups. Right now they're kind of like in an experimental phase, but I think that like Hey, hey, Stray Kids. You a Stray Kids fan. You a stay. What's your thoughts on XG? I love XG. I tell you, XG is the only girl group I really follow. And like I said before, I think XG is the heirs, the female version of BTS when they were younger. I think XG are immensely talented. They have a good look. They're unique. The first time I saw XG, I had to stop. Like I saw them accidentally. YouTube recommended it, and I said, "Who is this?" And I sat there and listened to their whole album. Like this was like a year and a half ago. XG killed it. There's a song that they sing. What is the song? I'm feeling like this. Like even my ex likes that song. He likes XG. He said, oh, them girls is killing it. I said, yeah. I said, even my ex like XG. He likes hip hop, but he heard XG and was like, who is this? I was like, that's XG. He was like, oh yeah. He's like, they're fire. I was like, yeah, XG is fire. And he's like, oh, I like them. I'm converting the masses, y'all. XG will definitely blow up. Yeah, cause when I yeah, XG woke up is the song, but they did another song that I found. I'm trying to see what is this. They did like a girl cipher. XG is the bomb. They did a song called they did a performance video that came out last year that I saw by as a YouTube recommendation, and I lost my mind. And I was like, who is this? Who is this? I lost my mind. But yeah, they did Hisuno and X Gene. They did a performance video. Go look it up. I swear to God, it blew my mind. Like I was like, who is this? Like it's futuristic. It was like hip hop, futuristic hip hop that I love, and I died. Like I still listen to this song. I still watch the performance video by XG. The He Son Ooh and X Gene. Go look it up. I is the performance video. It is the song is definitely my top. Like my sister-in-law listened to it and she was like, "This is definitely your type of music." I was like, "Yeah, it's my type of music." Y'all know I like all that techno future. We all know I like all that techno future kind of stuff. So I love that. Yeah, please sub my channel. And you already have that song. That song is fire. That's the first song I heard by them. And I was captivated. I saw, because yeah, I'm a visual person. I'm a visual person. Okay. I'm an artist. I'm a digital artist. So I like visual things. So if you have some good visuals that I'm gonna stop and look, then I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what? Then it's enough for me to stop. And I like futuristic stuff, and I like futurism. So I saw that video a year ago and lost my mind. I was like, what group is this? And I've been into them ever since. I was like, okay. And I was gonna go see them in concert, but my sister-in-law was going to Korea, so I didn't want to go to concert by myself because I know my kids are not gonna go to an XG concert. So I just licked my wounds and I didn't go. And I didn't go to the XG when they came. They came here to Texas and Grand Prairie in October, and my sister-in-law was in Korea. She was in South Korea. I was like, she's like, girl, I'm in South Korea. Let me see what time it is, y'all. Oh my God, it's so. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta reply. Okay. Somebody's asking me about something. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking. Baby Monster. Yes, I know what Baby Monster is. YG is fault this girl's supposed to be what XG. Yeah, I think Baby Monster is okay, but XG just has more of an edge to them because they have real hip hop singers. XG has a more of an edge to them. They have more of a hard hitting kind of edge that I recognized when BTS was first starting out. Like they had that, like XG has like that, like No More Dream kind of like like that hard hitting like rap hip hop flavor that I like. And like I said, Woke Up. That's the song that brought a lot of people when they came out with Woke Up. A lot of people on TikTok was like XG. I was like, man, y'all late. I've been on XG. I was like, they fire. Like, and so I know Harvey because she's a rapper. And so I know of her before she would join XG. Like I heard of her, heard her. I was like, I love Harvey, and they're like, oh, she in XG. I was like, okay. I didn't really know it until afterwards, but yeah. But anyway, y'all, I have to go. It's been me 4 hours of almost 4 hours of talking. I like to thank everybody that watched my unboxing. I'm gonna try to record. I'm gonna redo my unboxing, and I'm gonna try to record it tomorrow. I'm sleepy. It's like 1 o'clock here. I'm tired. I'm just gonna lay. I'm gonna lay on. I'm gonna lay. I'm gonna lay like this. I'm gonna sleep like. I'm gonna, I'm gonna cuddle up next to. I'm gonna cuddle up like this tonight. Just. I'll be like this tonight. I'm gonna sugar in one hand, my BTS official light stick in the other. I'm gonna cuddle up. I'll be cuddling up. I'll be like, oh, what is oh, what is? I'll be like this tonight, y'all. But make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Make sure y'all check out my community tab where I put all my fanfic. My fan fiction, if y'all into that. I know some of y'all are into that on the low key. I know some of y'all on the download, the fan fiction download. That's okay. There's no judgments here. Yeah, it's 2:30. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Time for me to snuggle with my pillow. Do you snuggle with pillows? I'll be like, come on, sugar, let's go. But make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channels. Like I said, I post videos every day, y'all. Every day. I write fanfic. Yes, girl, I write fanfic. I did a fan fiction video where I was doing an experiment where I put one of my fan fiction stories in video form and edited it, and I had like voice actors. Like I did a whole thing. I don't know. I'll try to do better next time. But I did like a whole Sugar BTS thing, and then I post shorts every day. And I do AI our way. Like all the AI that you see on my channel is mine. It's mine. It's mine that I create, and I need to start putting my watermark on it so people won't go around stealing it. But I did a BTS Christmas thing. That's a Christmas short. That's AI that I created. The AI BTS members, and then I'm doing a New Year's thing. New Year's. I got like 8 videos coming out around New Year's, so I can come out with a video every day. But Happy New Year's. If I don't see you guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. You've been thinking about doing that? Night Cafe is super cool. Yeah, I looked up Night Cafe too, but I couldn't get on it because like like almost everything is behind a paywall. So I do pay for AI. I do pay. Like I pay. Like I use several. I have one that's free, which is Hedra, and then yeah, it's a whole thing. I could talk about AI stuff all day, but yeah, Hedra is one that I use, and then there's several other ones that I kind of like conglomerate, use different ones because different ones do different things. Swing by your New Year's countdown on your channel if I'm not going out. My sister-in-law says that we're going out for New Year's, so we'll see. I'll see because she's like, okay, girl, we're going on New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve, I think I'm going to be going out because I was supposed to come here and do a video on New Year's Eve, but then my sister-in-law told me yesterday we were going out. So we'll see. If I don't go out, I will come to your live stream and I will go. And make sure y'all check out AK Watch, y'all. I always keep forgetting to give you props, but make sure y'all check out AK Watch. Make sure you drop your channel in the link, AK, please, por favor. And if y'all have any suggestions about any BTS stuff I should do, then you guys go ahead and please suggest, or any merchandise I should look at, or where I should purchase the merchandise. Because I know you guys are talking about Weverse, where I should where I get the official, not on Amazon. Because Amazon got a lot of fake merchandise and rip-off merchandise, apparently what I heard. Unscrupulous stuff where the boys do not get their money. The proceeds do not go to BTS. So y'all be careful. Y'all be careful on Amazon because they have a lot of knockoff stuff from what I've learned. And I had to learn that because y'all armies came and y'all told me. Y'all be like, girl, they got knockoff stuff and BTS don't get any of the proceeds from that knockoff junk. So y'all be careful. So you can find my drunken ramblings. Yeah, I love her drunken ramblings on AK's channel, AK Watch. Oh, I almost dropped my camera. Anyway, hi, how you doing? Yes, y'all please check out AK's channel. Like I said, Army, I appreciate y'all. Everybody's being here, aka everybody else. Maryland, all the people that come here. Like I just, they talk about nerd things because I'm a nerd. But I appreciate everybody that comes here. And so, until next time, Army, y'all have a good day. My back is starting to hurt. Oh, my back is starting to hurt. Oh, my back is hurting. Ah. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. Bye. Good night. Go to bed.